I can't hear you.
Oh, can
What?
you hear Derpy or no?
I can hear. Hold on. Maybe let me fix my
Derpy,
audio.
give us a little bit of talking.
Uh,
I'm
Give us a
disappointed in
test.
him,
okay.
Chad, because he's
Now
a
I can hear you.
father.
There he goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to Florida and he's like, oh, Relic's got family stuff to do. I didn't get to
He
meet
has
up
to
with
be a
him.
father on
He
Father's
has to be
Day.
a dad on Father's Day. Oh no.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I had to work, and it's my daughter's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to your little
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to your little one.
happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
How you
She had
been,
a good
Relic?
time.
How's everything been going?
Dude, things have been going nuts actually.
Oof. Good or bad?
I would say both. So,
Okay.
Oh no.
like, have you guys been like, are you guys up to date in anything Lego related?
Oh, I knew you were gonna bring up the Lego
Uh,
scandal thing. Tell me you're not a part of this, dude.
Oh, yeah.
oh
Like
God.
you're okay. Well,
I
you
owned
gotta tell
I,
me.
I owned a franchise. I owned Bricks
No,
and
I know that. No, I
Minifigs.
know. No, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not like associated with like the stuff, right?
Scandal.
Like I was on one of Reckless Ben's videos.
Oh
Wow. Okay.
God.
Yeah, and we had
I
a
didn't know that, bro.
conversation. Yeah, yeah. So like the channel's been blowing up, which is good. We're close to 2,000 subscribers.
Perfect. Awesome,
And
man. Well,
yeah,
congratulations.
and it's been great, but like I've been putting my story out there. Like I remember I told you guys a little bit even on stream,
Uh-huh.
but like nobody would pick up my story. No Lego YouTubers or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I just commented on someone's channel that's like, yeah, these guys they screwed me over, and I'm so happy you guys are putting the story out there. And it was Echo
Fuck is.
Based Network. Do you guys are you guys familiar with Echo Based Network?
I know roughly
I've heard
about
of
a
Echo
little bit
Base.
of this stuff, but me myself, I'm not really deep diving because, of
Yeah.
course, like I'm not a big
Well,
subscription to Legos in general.
Echo
Aren't
Based,
those
they're
a-
more of
aren't
a
they?
Star Wars channel
Yeah,
more than
Okay.
Star Wars.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those dudes are Star Wars guys.
Yeah, yeah. So they're awesome, and I went on their channel.
Nice.
They invited me on, and we talked about it. And then I said my story, and then I went on Camelot's channel, and then I've been doing live streams and talking about it because every single person that's like the bad guy in the story, I've had to deal with, and I've
Yeah,
had
yeah,
like
yeah.
personal,
Relationship, somewhat,
yeah, relationships,
or
and
business professional, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And are you okay, dude? Like, I know that it did affect your life like a tremendous amount with the business and stuff in general.
Yeah. Yeah, like and like 2 weeks ago the owners called me, threatened me to if I get involved,
Oh
that they
no.
would sue me, and I'm like, well, too little too late. I already told my story to Reckless Ben, and
Bring him to
I'm
Texas, bro.
already
Trial by
yeah.
combat. You can fight it out with him, bro. I
Yeah,
got you
yeah,
too, bro.
yeah.
I'll corner up with you, bro. Could tell him to
Dude,
come get that
I
smoke,
have you
dude.
in my
I'll give
corner.
him that
Hell
Texas
yeah.
barbecue smoke.
Yeah, so it's just yeah, like um it's been awesome. Like the community is super great. Everybody's been very supportive, and they've been talking to me and hearing me out, so it's
Mhm.
good. Yeah, I'm loving
I
it.
mean, from all the shit that people have been saying, the dude that's kind of fucking people over sounds like a huge piece of shit.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's good that the community's coming together because I don't know if he has enough money to sue everybody that's out there fucking calling him out for all the business.
No,
But
no,
like,
he
it's been
does.
crazy though, man. Because like he gets like I
Really?
don't know. It's probably like one of those weird, like small little towns that the politics and everybody knows everybody by name, like fucking Cheers. Like
Hmm.
I kind of feel like that's what it is because there was the concept of like him having pull with the police department and blah 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 and
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and
yeah,
that. Like it just sounds like a privileged little piece of shit that's gonna get caught.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's really all it sounds like. That's really all it sounds like.
yeah,
Really?
and it gets real deep, but
I,
like
I bet,
yeah,
man.
yeah, like,
Because
and
you
I've
can
been,
imagine, watch, you could imagine that if he's doing this with Legos, like fuck the regular community, like he's gonna fuck over
oh
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
so
oh yeah.
he's gonna get so torn up. Shit.
Hmm.
I hope this
Relic.
guy doesn't do anything like in regular politics, like runs for like a city official. Yeah, this guy's gonna get fucking
Yeah.
shit on, dude. But yeah,
So what's
Relic.
up, Derp? Yeah, yeah.
I was just trying to say, um, that dude's a piece of shit. Welcome to the YouTube business.
yeah, yeah, no kidding,
Yeah.
no kidding. So I'm happy that you're getting your voice heard and everybody else that's
Oh yeah,
being
thank you.
affected by this turd. So like, hopefully you guys get justice, man.
No,
Hopefully you guys
thank
get
you.
justice.
Yeah, like and like we would spend hours on this
Hey, Chris,
channel
check
talking
private
about
chat
it,
real quick.
but like Well, like I wanna. This is your show, and I want to talk about Toy Story because Toy Story pissed me off.
No, you saw it and you didn't like it. Oh
I
I'm not
no.
surprised it
despised
didn't.
it.
Nah, no.
Despised
Actually, I
it.
am surprised. Actually, I'm a little
No,
surprised.
I'm not
I was actually
surprised.
when I heard that the iPad was like the bad guy. I was like, oh shoot, they're actually gonna do a good story. Like I started getting excited about it, and then I got
He
super
watched
pissed.
it.
Then I watched it. Yeah, yeah.
So what? Well, okay. So I was letting Derpy do his thing. He's gonna kind of like.
I have to.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I see you. I see you, bro. All right.
Yeah, I gotta-
Well,
I'll be
Relic.
right back.
He's got to do
Yeah.
something real quick. So Relic. So you got to see it. Derpy was giving us kind of like an insight on how he thought the movie was. I mean, he's
Yeah,
not.
and by the way, I sell the high C's on that one. I did not spend money.
Oh,
on,
nice. So what'd you get? What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do?
Well, I
How'd
watched
you get to
it.
go see it?
Sell the high C's.
Oh, I do
W,
get
Relic.
this. I do get this. Assassin's Creed. Black
Yeah,
Spade,
yeah.
baby.
W Relic.
Yeah, that's a W.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
straight W. Straight W. So Relic. So you got the opportunity to go
I'll be right
see
back.
it. These Toy Story IP's been around 100 years, dude. Everybody like right
Uh-huh.
now is probably saw when they were growing up. So I know that you said you were pretty disappointed with some of the stuff. I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's going to be like. This is what I was saying earlier. There's a difference between it right now for me. There's a big dynamic change, which is like I'm not disappointed in filmmaking. I'm disappointed in Hollywood, like for how
Gotcha.
they're changing things. Right? They have a certain, I guess, specific thing that they're really out there trying to do their best to change up all of these IPs and things. And it to me, it really hasn't been working.
No, it hasn't been working at all. It's like so it's because they're not being genuine or they don't have like how do I put it? They don't
Happy
have
Father's Day.
like the people that are writing these stories, they don't have experience like life experiences enough to understand gender roles, to understand like concept of a hero and trials that are beyond like getting to their work.
Okay.
You know, and trying to make a paycheck.
Mhm.
So like you see these people that are writing it, and well, if you look back at like some of the best writers, like Tolkien, like the dude served in World War One. He's had some pretty solid experiences, right?
Like with war and stuff, right?
Yeah,
That's
with
like
war.
the
Well, like
politics
it's like
and-
politics, like, and he got to see both sides, like, and then he got to live through World War Two, right? And then he saw like the uprising of technology and the rapid increase, and it all kind of delve into his life, and so he used that to have experiences, and he like truly studied, truly cared about figuring out and having an opinion on the spiritual side, you know, on the religious side, like all that stuff. Like he actually went for it. People are lazy today. Like their life experiences, like they watch TikTok and then YouTube and the news, and that's how they form their opinion. They don't do any studying, and then that's just their whole life.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the idea of how I mean, there was a really weird thing I would notice about social media where you would bring someone in who has some type of doctrine and some type of study, and then you bring in some clown on YouTube who just has a YouTube channel like us, you know, like the average boys, like, and then they put us in a debate amongst each other, and I'm thinking that I'm going to go off and that my opinion is going to matter or be valued. And usually, it turns out that the fucking guy with the doctrine tears ass into this dude, and then he tries to use the format of arguing as a way to win the fight, like the debates in the sense of knowing the strategies to win arguments, instead of just being honest and being fucking, a real person, which I think goes across the board a lot with this stuff. But Derpy was telling me that, for what it's worth, like he had an okay time with the movie. It was okay. But then, of course, I was like, look, with the current dynamic of Hollywood, like, do you feel like there was like agenda pushes, right? And he said, like, yeah, like they did this stuff like where Bo Peep comes in and saves Woody. But that's been done before in the film. Like, it's like, unless it's kind
well,
of
like
doubled.
it's like, all right, you have one or two jokes about some of the characters on like, up their expense, right? Where
Yeah.
it's just like, but then when it becomes a lot, it's just like punching down. Like they had to belittle the characters to prop up the female characters. instead of just realizing that like everybody is different, everybody's like a different role,
Yeah.
and everybody has strengths and weaknesses, and like one of the reasons they're together is because their strengths complement somebody else's weaknesses and vice versa, right?
Yeah, like the team bonding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So there's no team bonding, and the problem isn't that it's a Jesse story. That's fine, but then it's how they wrote Jesse, and like all the characters. Like I would say number 4 destroyed Woody as a character,
Oof.
as a whole.
Yeah,
He betrayed his friends and everything. Like he just gave up. And then this one is just like a nail in the coffin where they did it to Woody and Buzz. They made them like
just unlikable.
unlikable, these
Yeah.
sad, sorry characters, and then the women come and save the day, and they had to there was like little things like the like all the women rode the male horses and the men had to ride the female horses, and then they gave a look to the rainbow unicorn, and it's like you could say like that's reading too much into it, but like like every when a movie is made, every freaking inch, every little detail, somebody's approving and somebody looked over it.
Yeah, of course, of course.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. We talked about this before, like the writing room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
the She-Hulk writing room. Like someone had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
approve of all
Like,
the
dude,
nonsense.
somebody approved the color of pens, like on the table, and how they looked and everything. Like somebody approved like
All of that
which
stuff.
side your hair is supposed to be on, or the color of the outfit,
The-
and to
yeah,
the
yeah,
point of
everything,
like
everything.
everything. So then like what they did is they gave like the moments that it would obviously be done for a male character, they gave it to the female character. Like
In the
like
comment section,
yeah.
Mahan Harden says, or Mahan Harden says, I really wish they would have stopped at Toy Story 3. The fourth
Yeah.
one was so unnecessary, which is almost like exactly what you said about what they did to Woody's character, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
he says, my kids went to see this movie, but after what they did to Woody,
They
I
want
hate
to
to
this
see what
movie.
they do to Buzz. Oh yeah,
Oh no, I don't take your kids to go watch this. Like what it teaches
Child?
they push the agenda of like men are just better than, or women are
women
just
are
better
just
than
better
men.
than men.
Yeah.
Major.
So
I'm
like
sorry. Thank you.
so they try to switching, and it's not that subtle. Like for instance, like Jesse and Buzz get married, but Jesse is the one that's at the altar, and Buzz is the one walking down the aisle. And then but when they kiss,
So weird.
yeah, when they kiss,
He dips. She's gonna dip Woody.
no, Buzz's leg kicks up.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
Like remember the movie Princess Diaries where like
Yeah.
she's saying like she wants her magical moment, and it's just like, or her foot pop moment.
Yeah.
So they do that, but Buzz is the one that does it.
I mean, it's just so awkward, right?
You know.
Because like, if it wasn't so brash and on the nose about all of this stuff,
Exactly,
like
yeah.
it would be okay because it's a comedy, it's a film for kids. Like those things are kind of goofy
Right.
and kind of silly, but like since it's just so on the nose,
No,
like,
but it's also like they for instance, like the little girl, she plays like she's a boy. She doesn't play like a little girl.
like a tomboy.
No, she plays like a boy. Like for instance, like we were talking about Lego before, right? Like,
Yeah.
Lego has the most extensive study on the differences between boys and girls.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, Lego was like, hey, kids like our product, but the only people who stick with it are boys.
Yeah.
Like, and then girls, it's really hard for girls to get into Lego. So, because they weren't really catering to them,
Yeah, of course.
right?
The nurture,
And,
yeah, the
and
nurture
so
of the
they
psychology of
started,
children.
yeah. So they started studying, like, what's the difference, like how girls play and how boys play. Well,
Yeah.
they took like a Batman toy, gave it to the boy, and then the boy played like he was Batman,
Yeah, he's doing adventure
bodied the
shit,
character
hero
and
stuff.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they gave Batman to the little girl,
He was getting married. He was doing
no,
a bunch of,
yeah,
like, the girl
she
stuff, yeah.
like they were having tea parties. They were like,
yeah. I
like
get
the
that.
girl, the Batman became the girl, and that's how
Yeah.
little girls play. They don't play as the character. Like
Yeah, of course.
they play the way they want to play. Like if they want to do a tea party, it doesn't matter if they grab Goku or Barbie or whatever, everybody's having a tea party.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, and then it gets a lot more extensive, but then like they noticed the difference, and so then they made the friend sets. They started catering a little bit more to girls, where it's like not even the Lego minifigure. It's like reminiscent of Polly Pocket and Bratz,
Yeah, okay.
and so then they have those kind of minifigures till this day, and to keep like interest
To cater to bring to
to
more girls'
cater
attention,
to little,
right?
little girls, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then
it's understandable. It's understandable.
and then obviously like there's women that are fans of Lego and an IP like Harry Potter or whatever. That's cool and all. But the majority till this day is still boys, it's still men that will collect toys, that will play with Lego, play with toys. It's not what's up?
What's up, hero?
What's up, hero?
But let me ask you, just to jump into this and just to throw a little bit of a curveball. I just want to ask because I always know that I can discuss with you like in detail. Like, okay, well, let's think of the science of this. So in the story of Toy Story, you have the little girl. She has an older brother. The little girl really, I think the whole story about this, like, if I'm not mistaken, Derpy was talking about it. They seem like they're not like too financially like set, where like they're the last ones to get the lily pad. Like, there's a little bit of struggle. It's always the single mom mentality in the family unit. You don't really see the dad, like, so you don't really know like the whole backstory because it never really focuses on the people, the human beings, other than just the children.
Well, you get kind of a
little bit more?
layout. Yeah, you get a layout
Okay.
like.
And is it more like a mom centric thing, or is it a family?
Yeah,
unit, or-
but like there's a dad, but he's just like
Never there.
always busy, and he's,
Okay, okay.
and,
So
like,
in this, you have the brother who apparently went to college in like 2 movies ago, and he had all of these toys that he had, and he didn't know what to do with them. He was gonna throw them away or what it was. They had a whole adventure. It was really nice or whatever. But instead, he chooses to give these toys that he grew up with as a young boy to the daughter or the sister or whatnot, who is this at that time, just a normal, from what it looked like in the anime or from the Pixar movie, just a normal little girl. And then she gets to kind of like cater to using all of these old toys that a young boy used. Do you think that sets it up for the character to be more of that tomboyish character? Because we do respect the idea of the tomboy. Like, we grew up with friends that were probably tomboys all over the place, right?
like I like, but
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
I know, I get it, but like that's becoming a fan of something. Like if you watch a show and your tomboy's like, oh yeah, you like that stuff, but the way you play is still gonna be different. You're still a girl.
well, I mean,
Like that, like
because it's like that in the It show, it's like that in the Goonies, it's like that in all the stuff where it has like the retroactivity of like boys to girls.
but there's
They're
not
hanging
that
around
much of a but there's not that much of a shift that quick, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like I have a son who's 6 and my daughter just turned 4 today, right? And they play all the time, but she's still super into princesses and stuff. But if we pull out a
there's nothing wrong with that.
like if we pull out a sword or a lightsaber, she's like all for it.
Yeah.
You know, like she'll watch Teen Titans. You know, she wants to play rough with my son, but
Yeah.
she also wants to play with her Barbies.
Yeah.
So she's like right there, and I think just because you get a different set of toys or your siblings move out or whatever it is, like it doesn't make that kind of shift.
No, but with the child psychology, there is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
concept of nature over nurture, right? This is pretty much how it is in the idea of when the child still has the plastic mind, and you can like kind of like form the ideas and the morals of how this child will be, unless it,
Yeah, but like the thing
do you
is,
feel like the movie gives us that to show why she would be like, why she dictates to be more of a tom girl, or like do they really give like a
no, I don't they don't give much.
anything
So,
like that?
So like the whole thing is like kids don't really know how to play anymore. That's supposed to be the setup, okay? And then all like they do some things really well. Like all kids are addicted and they're just doing this and scrolling or whatever, because that's like lily pads.
So they have really muscular fingers and shit.
Yeah, they have your judo fingers, your
Yeah,
frog
just
fingers,
have fucking broken fingers.
yeah.
That's so
And the setup is supposed to be that they're trying to help them get away, because like toys are becoming a forgotten thing. It's actually a really good premise, because that's
Yeah.
actually what's happening today.
100%.
You know,
100%.
and that's the thing, they just crapped all over it. They turned it into some sort of, instead of like a message of like let's let's go back to,
The way it
enjoying
was, or
outside, getting away from social media,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and playing with toys and connecting with friends and stuff like that. They try to just use those elements to push their ideology and their message instead of having a message within the story.
See, and that's
You
what I
know?
asked Derpy because I wanted to get his opinion on it. And I know Derpy just likes the films and most of these IPs for,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nostalgia and what it is, right? And I respect that. I
Hmm.
know he enjoys them, and that's important because as they're going to be the people to keep the films going and not let the theaters go out of business. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that was my major concern is like if you felt because again, like I said earlier, my mentality's kind of shifted in this idea that I'm kind of like really disappointed in Hollywood for like how they've managed to ruin a lot of these things.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like the Toy Story idea and Pixar, yeah, they've had, some pretty interesting concepts that they've kind of put into the shows and all that stuff in the years like but I wanted to see if there's like a dynamic change. Like I think Derpy said that right now the
Hmm.
film is at like 300 and something $1 million opening
Oh yeah,
week.
it's
That's
it's
really nice.
booming in the box
Yeah, but it's
office. Like,
Pixar. Like you didn't expect
but
anything
but
else.
but it's also like this. Look, um,
Mhm.
not not to go back, but like I was on a podcast talking about the Lego stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where like everybody on the internet's like, yeah, this company it's over for them.
Mhm.
Like they're gonna get destroyed, bro. And I said, I'm not sure because we are informed here on the internet.
As
But
much
you
as what
but
they want to give us.
but your mom that is always busy and she just wants to enjoy a good time with her kids, she's not gonna go to the movie theater studying like, oh, this movie teaches all this bullcrap. She's like, no, this
Yeah.
is a kids movie. Let's go watch a kids
Let's go
movie
watch a
as a
kids movie.
family, right? So it's one of the reasons why it's blowing up at the box office because we're not blowing up, but it's doing really well.
Yeah,
Like
it's the same
it's
thing.
killing
Is
it,
like when you have the IP, when someone says, "Hey, Star Wars, there's a Star Wars movie, let's go watch it." It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars, and then you show up and you're kind of like, "What the fuck was that? That felt like shit."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, but whatever. Maybe this one just sucked. We'll see the next one or whatever.
Yeah, and,
Like
and that
Toy
means they already spent
Story.
their money too. Like
Yeah,
so
but
it's like
Toy
yeah.
Story, Monsters Inc., Cars, like those movies when they enter, it doesn't really matter what these people, even like the Buzz Lightyear movie, which I don't know how it did at the box office, but they took some liberties to do some interesting stuff, right? But like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is what it was, and it's so sad to see that it's gone this far, like into like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
realm of like 100%. This is a kids film.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
this,
and
this
like
isn't an
that's
adult film. This is
yeah,
like a generational film. Like the kids that saw this as kids, the one Toy Story 1, are all adults. So like they'll bring their kids to come watch it.
yeah, like and that's the thing is it's like that's what they're banking on is like
Yeah.
you're gonna bring in the nostalgia. You're gonna go regardless of what you hear about what's going on. Like, cause my mind was like, man, this story is it like before it came out. I was like, I'm gonna go watch it, and then I want to take my kids to their first movie theater experience.
Yeah.
But hell no, this is not gonna be their first movie theater
Yeah. You're like,
experience.
yeah, I'm disappointed
Yeah,
in it.
yeah, because like I'm careful. Like I care about what my kids learn and what they watch,
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you telling me.
and like because their brains they're sponges. They'll soak up everything,
Hmm.
and that's why like what you do together as a family, you'll remember it forever. Like even if you don't have the memory, you remember sense. You remember your feelings when you that you had as a kid, as a teenager, and we always crave that. We crave that nostalgia.
That's
And
true.
they're banking on people that's like, oh, these these are it's a movie about toys. Like even if it sucks, it's just toys. You want
Rick
to know?
P, what's up? What's
What's up,
up?
Rick P?
What's up? What's up?
Uh, and so like when you're doing things about toys, cars, Monsters Inc., it like they know they're gonna make money
It's a
because
manga.
it's also the reason why Star Wars does bad and these kid movies will still do good even if it's a crappy story is because it's not catered to collectors or an IP like a giant fan base of a universe
Yeah.
and world building. It's like no, this is just supposed to be a nice kids movie, even though this is
Sure.
complete and utter garbage. Toy Story 5 is trash.
So you didn't like it like at all.
Like when any story, even if it has good moments and good scenes, but it's forcing some sort of agenda against somebody, even if it's like something that I would agree with, it pisses me off. And it's like, yeah, you didn't have the right intentions or any good intentions to making this movie. Your intention was to utilize really great concepts. Like they had everything going for them, like get kids away from iPads, like start playing toys
Yeah.
and connecting and having human connection, that we're too involved in technology. That was supposed to be the story, Toy Story, like getting back to toys. But it became like, let's, take away.
I think he's just miserable.
Yeah, let's take away. What's up, dude?
Well, no, Derpy made a really good point about that
Yeah.
earlier too, where he was saying that he felt that the film was like that kids aren't able to have this imagination anymore because they're so involved with like their iPads and their internet that the storytelling and the creativity of the child is being lost within this like
Yeah,
this
and
concept.
they were doing that, but they completely like
They shit the bed.
underhanded that whole thing.
I agree.
But by
Yeah.
making it, like I said, they had all these great concepts, and they underhanded it all by making Buzz and Woody complete morons.
I kind of agree on that.
Yeah, they were a shell of themselves, and
As much as I don't agree with rarely
Relic all the
agree
time,
with
like,
Relic,
yeah.
right?
yeah,
I would
Yeah,
have to agree with him.
because it's like you're trying to belittle your main characters to prop up other characters, and that's not how you do things.
True. Yeah,
You
that
don't
could be
you don't
painful.
have to make
Right.
everybody a buffoon to make a character you like a great character or
Like,
Like it's
better.
before
crazy
you get-
because it's
Relic
crazy. Like Derpy, how
Sorry.
old are you, Derpy?
Turning 30 in September.
And Relic, how old are you?
31.
So you guys are like the same age almost. Like you literally, I'm fucking 44. Like I didn't
Right.
grow up watching fucking Pixar movies. Like you guys,
We grew up on him.
yeah, you literally grew up on this. So like for Derp, because you guys have a really different mindset, right? Like Relic, you're
Right.
very critical. You're expecting a certain thing because of the comfort of that generation and how well it did. And it's a
Expecting
good, it's a good,
storytelling.
yeah, it's a good generation to. I believe we were, we ate good. We ate good back in the day with all this stuff. We ate fucking good. And the younger generation, they're not gonna know what that's like, right?
No.
Unless it changes. But it's hard because it is what it is. But Derpy, in your situation, like you're the reason why I like Derpy in these kind of conversations is because you're a soft guy. Like you really are okay with some of like the issues and stuff like that. Like when films come in and they do like these like weird agenda pushes, like you kind of be like, damn it. But you're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna say fuck it and enjoy it, right? Like I understand
Right.
Relic's point of view because he's a father. He's he has children and he
Right.
wants to protect his
Right.
children for the future generation of their life. And I get that because he does not like how this generation young is being brought up and he wants to be strict. And I understand that. But like Derpy, it's different for you and I because we don't have kids, right?
Right.
So like when I go to a movie, I could just be an asshole and be like, well, that fucking sucked. But it's
Right.
because like I expect things because I'm a creator. Like I like to make up stories. I have a pretty solid imagination. I like to create things, but I don't want it to be like shit. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be where everyone feels it and they're like, damn, that was really great. But Derpy, like you're a nice dude. Like you really love your IPs and you like it. So what I wanted to ask you was like, from your point of view,
Go ahead.
there's like this dissection of the character Woody and Buzz, and it's dynamically changed from Pixar Toy Story 1 to this one, Toy Story 5.
Well,
Like, how do you like or how do you feel what they've done with the two characters?
first off, it should have ended at 3, and Relic can agree with me.
Yeah.
That was someone, yeah. One, I think May Jen said that in the comments like literally earlier.
100%.
Damn, I'm not even that
When
big of a
four
fan. So I don't
came
know
out-
the
It's one of
difference.
the top trilogies of film
Dang, that's
history.
crazy.
It
Of
is.
all
Like,
time, yeah. When
Yeah.
4 came out, I knew they were going to fuck it up, and they did.
Oof. What's up, boy? John, my
Because
bro.
once I mean, Relic knows, once we saw the power boss girl, Bo Peep, putting Woody in the corner back in 2019,
yep.
it just
But it could
screwed
be-
up the
it could be
entire.
a lot.
It just screwed up the entire.
And then Woody just betraying his friends, like giving up and like F them.
You're right.
Oh, in the
right.
furnace? Is
Why?
that the one with the fucking furnace?
Yep.
No, that's 3.
No, that's that's the. No,
That's
it
3.
is, isn't it?
3 is the furnace.
Okay.
4 is
Bro,
when
that
they go to the
furnace
amusement
scene, if
park.
I was a kid, that
Yeah,
would have
yeah.
fucked me up, dude. Every time I saw that scene, I was like, damn, this is kind of like, it's hardcore for kids to watch this shit in the
Yeah.
theater, dude. This is crazy to show kids. I mean, it did end well with that scene, but I was like, that was like for all these characters to be like, no, it's cool. We'll just all go together and all this shit. Like they're all gonna die. I was like, this is wild, bro. I
The
cannot
Eagles
be
came in the
behind
aliens.
this. That was crazy. That was 3. Was that 3?
That was 3.
Holy
okay,
shit! That scene was.
The Eagles
nasty,
came,
dude.
Relic. The green aliens. The Eagles came from Lord of the Rings.
The claw. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That scene, I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
I thought that was insane, dude.
But like
That was insane.
Woody
Yeah.
and Buzz in this are even
Is it
Relic would agree.
disappointing at least?
It's
Like,
not
was-
Woody
it
and
was-
Buzz. Yeah.
It's not Woody and Buzz. It's more like
Oh.
one-liner Woody and Buzz.
oof.
It's not like character development at all.
So let me ask then, like, do you
Yeah.
feel like outside of watching it as a film, let's say it's like you're looking at all the points of this film making interesting and in concepts and growth in the story. Do you feel like they had Woody and Buzz in the film just to have them there in the film so that they could like use them to
bait everyone.
prop the audience to come and watch?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
they used
majority
them
was gonna be
to
the girl.
that they were a punching bag in the film.
Right, they were pretty
That's what they
much
were.
a punching bag.
What was like their screen time on it?
Maybe like 5-10 minutes. You think?
I don't
Wow.
know like the
Maybe
exact,
even
but,
less.
But like that's the thing. It's okay if they don't have much screen time. It's okay if it's a Jesse story. That's fine. But it's
Yeah,
like,
Jesse
they should
Eisenberg.
just call it the Jesse story.
yeah,
then.
yeah. Like that's fine. You know, you can make the story about a girl and you could have her have girl boss moments as long as it's not about like you have to ruin all the other characters to make her
Yeah,
like
that's a
the
good point.
best character.
That's a
You
good
know.
point. Like to shit
Like
on
that-
everybody else to make her like look
Right.
cool.
Yeah, but like it also has to play into her character or play into her strengths. Like you
Well,
can't. It's like you can't. I think it was like Atomic Blonde. It's with Charlize Theron. She's like an assassin or whatever. She's
of
like
course.
90
Well,
pounds soaking wet, and she's beating up 200-pound men.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, like that's insane.
Well, like-
you can't just do that.
Before
Yeah.
you came on, I was about to point one thing that it was disappointing,
yeah.
and then you came on.
My bad.
It was actually ironically, even though today is Father's Day, they made the fathers really, really look stupid.
In
Oh,
this
yeah.
film,
They looked very stupid.
all of them are
Wait, what
dumb. Like
fathers?
eh,
What
All of them are so dumb.
So they.
And that was
like,
one thing I was
yeah.
like,
who's the
really?
fathers? I don't even know they had fathers in this fucking film.
You know, they had 2.
Like, are they the parents of the people or what?
Yeah, the kids.
parents-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, yeah. They're like just almost like deadbeats, but they work,
Right.
but they're
Right.
not there. Like they did the whole. They did it worse than the trope of like Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, where
Oh.
there was a huge study as well of like why people gravitate to anime, and why it really speaks to the viewer more so than like just regular cartoons in the U.S. Because when you watch anime and you see somebody that's like kind of like your dad or something,
Chris taking a sip of fresh H2O.
You're gonna have to speak up. I can't hear you, Derpy.
he's
Hey, look
trying
at
to
Chris
be sexual with
taking-
your
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
ASMR with the fresh take of a
yeah,
H2O. Look at that.
he was Alcatraz.
Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir, baby. I tell you guys, I had a great
No.
time when I went. Like when I went to
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
That's
see?
sweet.
That's how the criminals got out. I don't even remember the story.
Right, I do.
No, yeah. No, but what I was saying before,
Is he Rick?
what was I actually talking about? Oh, so like anime.
The father, yeah, the
What-
enemies in it.
Yeah, when you watch American cartoons and you look at the dad, it's like, oh, this guy, yeah, he always goes to work and brings home the money, but he's an idiot. Like
Yep, that's
so
pretty
like
much
there's
what it was.
so that
With
also
Star
plays
Wars.
into like here in the U.S. like there's like a lot of disrespect towards their kids towards their parents, right? Because the cartoons are what they're learning. But when you look at anime, I'm not saying every anime, but like animes that are at least like okay for you to like Dragon Ball Z Kai. You know, like
I
it
like
cuts out a
Kai.
lot of the stuff, right? And well,
I
Dragon Ball
like
Z is
Kai
not.
though.
Yeah, but like Dragon Ball Z is not really made for kids.
Yeah,
Right.
it's more of an
But
adult anime.
But you watch Dragon Ball Z Kai and you see these guys like go through this hardship. They're working
It takes out
towards
a lot of
something.
stuff.
They're they're falling down, getting beat up, and but like when they play with their kids don't know. So then like you as a viewer, as a kid, start realizing like, oh, I don't know what my dad is going through, but like he's my hero.
He works hard.
So
He
he's
provides for
probably
the
going.
family.
Yeah,
Like,
so he's probably going through things that I'll never know, and he'll hide it just like Vegeta, just like Goku, and like you know
Tax
stuff like that.
evasion.
It's so those kind of things in storytelling really make it so that we can truly connect. But we're gonna connect either way. It's just subconsciously we're gonna act a certain way when we watch something. Like if you're only watching Simpsons and Family Guy, you probably don't have a high respect for your own father as you would if you watch something that actually like anime that actually taught you about those kind of deals and morals and all that stuff.
yeah, and even recently
Yeah.
it's changed because of the fact of like you look at the popularity of these very like adult variated comic book stories and stuff like Invincible with Omni-Man. Like you have where it's like the father's like this hyper abusive, destructive person,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
somewhat finds family values in the destruction of his family and has to kind of like pander off to like the idea of needing to like what is it, like a fight for the idea of getting like for his sins or whatnot. What's that idea of like repentance? Like a repentance of like being, but they gotta like they destroy the image of
redemption,
the man, like,
repentance, yeah,
but
yeah.
they just, but nowadays it's not like the way it used to be, right? Where it's like the hero's journey. The guy goes in, he's pretty confident. All of a sudden, like the villain comes in, destroys them completely and leaves them
Yeah.
bloodied, and then they lose something, and then the person goes, training montage, finds God or finds love, and then all of a sudden or finds purpose, then comes back, rallies, and it still has a little bit of climax, like it's a downfall to complete takeover and does well, right? Nowadays they literally like they destroy the character like to like complete almost worthlessness, dude. Like they embarrass him, they take everything from him, and then they come back, but they're more like, I don't know, I don't even know. It's crazy, bro. Humanity's such in a weird place right now, especially in the United States, where like people, they relate more to Thanos than they do the Avengers, man. It's fucking
Speaking
crazy.
about humanity,
And I think it's more
Yeah.
the internet, not like because you go
did
out.
you?
Oh, go ahead.
Was it
go ahead,
Derpy? What?
Derp. Sorry.
I was just saying. Speaking about how crazy humanity's getting, did you see this story about a dog being killed by cops?
Yeah, well, I mean, those kind of things happen a lot, man.
No, it was basically after the Knicks won, there was noise complaints because the lady was like shouting because they won.
Mhm.
And
The game, the fucking Knicks
after they
again?
won, after the Knicks won the
Oh
finals,
my god, dude.
and
People are crazy,
the cops
bro.
were called by like the neighbors and for a noise complaint, and she was like shouting and everything and all that. And then the dog was defending, like the cops were like afraid of the dog because it was big,
Yeah,
basically, and it charged at the cop, and it was
cop,
usually
yeah.
never aggressive. It was never aggressive, so the cop shot him.
yeah. Most of the time when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm not mistaken, like the police will tell you to at least like tie your dog up or hold on to it and don't let it go. But the moment that bitch gets loose, like they'll shoot the shit out of it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but
It's
what's the
just-
problem? Like if any dog attacks me, if it's a Chihuahua, I'm breaking its neck. I'm killing it.
I'm gonna beat the shit out
Like
of that
if
dog.
a
and get
dog
off of
attacks me,
man.
I'm killing that thing.
Well,
dude.
not. I mean, that's not the first. That's not your first action, but you're gonna want to protect yourself.
Yeah,
because that dog's
but-
he's gonna
Right.
cut you, bro. He's gonna cut you bad. He can mess you
dude.
up.
Like
I'm
my
just saying,
friend's
like
dog
it's just
attacked
crazy
me, bit
that
me right
an
here,
incident has to
and
happen.
I just
like
threw
that.
him against the wall, like
Yeah,
and
well-
like kicked him. But
Well, I mean,
he's
in the
alive.
concept
He's
of being
alive.
attacked by any kind of animal, It's not nice, right?
Yeah,
But it's like it's
it's
not the it, you know. I guess it deals in the situation, right? Because like
mhm.
if the person has a dog and it's aggressive and it's not in the right mindset, and
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
the cop comes to stop the situation at hand. His job is not to control your dog, and he doesn't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
get bit. It's either that or he beats the shit out of it with a stick, or I don't know what it is, but like
Yeah,
you
and
should
he
be
could.
more understanding
Yeah,
to put that dog away if you're gonna have people there, and if you don't,
yeah.
you gotta follow the rules, man.
But
And
we should probably
not
get into the
to.
next topic.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah. We're
like
gonna go to the next topic.
yeah. So I didn't understand. So what was the point you were trying to make, Derp?
Yeah, I was like, well, he's just
Like-
talking about
I
how
was just
humanity is
saying
like
it's just,
wild. Right?
The incident,
Yeah, he's just
the
talking about in the
incident of-
sense of like how humanity's kind of like in this
In a
like
mo-
very
sense of-
volatile situation. It's just
Right.
volatile all over the place, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
so
I
he's
just think it's
he's
like-
just agreeing with the situation.
I just think people are like they always have an opinion over everything that happens.
True.
You know, like just like
it just
to
comes to
kind of go
common
off that
sense to
story.
me.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, like when I've been attacked by a few dogs, right?
Right.
And it's great when you have training and whatnot, but like you, it's fight or flight kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't want to have to get stitches,
and then
bro,
and
because
then
someone's just being a
everybody
cunt.
yeah, and if there's footage, everybody has their opinion because they're sitting down in the confinements of their home. They're very calm. And they're like, "Oh, I would have done this," and it's like the whole Mike Tyson thing quote where he said, "Everybody has a plan until they get hit."
Yeah,
You know, and you know in jujitsu, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this guy down like this, and then if he gets on top of me in side control, then I could do
and
this."
then you get in the
If
moment,
he's
you
gonna
don't
get
get
me
any of
in-
that
yeah.
shit.
And then you're like, "Yeah," and then you get taken
Yeah.
down, and you're like, "Man, I haven't even."
That's
had
like
time to
Derpy. That's like
process
those
it."
moments. Like you ever see those videos where like
Yeah.
someone goes to like, let's say you have a dog and it's pretty well behaved and trained, and you go to a
Yeah.
dog park or you go to like an event, like one of those fucking, and some like
Yeah.
dumbass has their dog, but they're not in charge of it, and the dog runs and starts like attacking your dog. And they're coming up and they're like, oh no, I'm sorry. He doesn't act like this. But your dog's on a leash. Like, what do you do to protect your dog, Derps? What would you
Yeah.
do? You know what I'm talking about. You've seen that shit before, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you do? Like, if you were at a dog park, you had your dog, it's on a leash, you're taking care of him. He's not nice, he's not being bad or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, this random ass person is like, oh my God, like, my dog, I'm sorry, it's attacking and biting your dog. And your dog's like, not even fighting it, and it's getting attacked by this. What do? Do you like push the dog? Do you tell the person, like, hey, get your fucking dog, you stupid asshole? Like,
Well, my dog is wouldn't. My dog is too soft. Let's just say he's too. He's
well,
too
that's even
friendly.
more of a purpose. You would probably feel.
Unless there's food
confident.
involved. He's too
I have
friendly.
I have a quick story.
Well, I was
about
going to say,
dogs,
like, since your
yeah.
dog is soft, you would probably have confidence to be able to take it amongst people because of how nice it is. But then
Right.
you go to the event and some other person that doesn't have a fucking cool dog, it's just they think it's
Yeah,
cool and
you
they're
see.
acting privileged, and they
Or
just let
they
their dog
have
be
to
an
at least have
asshole
the strength. They have to have the strength
to
contain
control
the
that
dog.
motherfucker, right?
Because
Welcome
yeah,
back
let
to
me
the dog hour.
yeah let me tell you
Really
guys the
off
story.
topic.
I got a story. Okay,
You grab
Yeah,
the
you're the
lady's
one that
baby
brought it
and you
up,
hit the
fool.
dog with the baby.
you
I
brought
did, I
this up.
did.
You can't just be like, this is off topic. You brought this up.
You hit the fucking baby with the dog, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
We
get
were
off my
going
dog.
off
so-
topic before the dog.
Hold on. Quick story.
Yeah, go.
So I was at my mom's house. Like this was 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and they had like a little Shih Tzu. Right, my parents had a Shih Tzu,
Yeah.
and super nice dog. Didn't even lick you. He just like wanted like to hug you all the time. Right.
Aw.
We're talking to the neighbors outside. Whatever.
Oh,
So
God.
the
Normal.
dog comes out not on a leash, like our dog, right? The Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
And there's this lady walking her
dog.
American bulldog.
Oh, God.
Fucking shit,
Huge,
dude. I already know
huge
this is
dog.
gonna go
Oh,
bad.
I'm just gonna
Massive
go
dog.
back.
Yeah, I
No,
already know this is gonna go bad.
and the Shih Tzu just starts barking at him. That's it. Like he didn't go all the way across the
Mark-
street
Mark-
to
Like
like
excitement, I guess.
yeah.
like
Bark,
the little
and
small
then
rough.
this dog,
That
this
bulldog
American bulldog,
charged-
just launched. The lady fell,
charged the-
and
yeah.
he grabbed onto
Start
to the dog and started
maul
shredding
dogging.
him. And
Yeah.
my instinct, I went and I jumped on top of their dog. Like in hindsight, terrible move. I could have gotten
Yeah, you could have gotten
really
fucked
messed
up,
up.
Terrible
dude.
move,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, this thing, it had like it was on roids, man. I was punching it. I was doing everything I could think of, like, like slapping his eyes,
You could
whatever.
cut and
Yeah,
stuff.
trying to save the dog.
Yeah. A lot of people told me I should have either squished its balls or just stabbed it, but I'm like, I don't have a knife on me, and I didn't have a
I'm
gun
not
on me,
touching balls.
because I would have, done what I could to save my dog.
Right.
Finally, got the dog off, and dude, its guts were hanging out, still alive, and the piece of garbage owners came back later that night, wanting to know if our. By the way, we already put it down at this point, and wanted to know if our dog had their shots, because they didn't want any infections or diseases to cross over to their dog.
When their dog was the one beating
yeah,
the
yeah,
shit out of
and-
yours.
And like my dad
Did you
was
sue him or
almost like,
anything?
we couldn't, because it was something about it being in a private residence that like the cops couldn't get involved or something. And the guy was a cop,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
the owner of the dog.
Wow.
Yeah. But the lady couldn't control him. Like it was definitely like 130-pound dog for sure.
Were you able
yeah.
to? Was your dog like? Did it survive?
No.
No,
Like we
they had to put it
took it
down.
to like the emergency, like dog or animal.
Yeah, the
hospital.
veterinarian. Yeah.
And then they were like, well, the surgery's going to be a 50-50 shot, so we don't know if he'll survive. And even if he does, like, not only is it going to cost like 10 or 14 grand, it's going to be on medication, and it's going to be suffer for the rest of his life.
Jesus Christ!
And-
You have to euthanize the dog.
Yeah. And so then
Motherfucker, bro.
like technically it was my sister's dog, and she's the one that like decided to put him down.
Yeah,
just
you got to
chill with
euthanize him. Poor little dude,
Yeah.
man.
And then when
And
we
that
got
other
back,
person was the one
yeah.
that was like, "Oh my god, my dog!" Blah, blah, blah. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, and it's like a huge dog, man.
Right.
So that's why I'm like,
Bulldog.
it's not that I like not sympathetic to animals, but if an animal attacks a human or attacks in general, I don't care if you're a dog lover. Like, I'm gonna do what I need to do so that I can live and anybody around me can live, and like
Really?
it's so different. Yeah. And yeah,
You know
dogs
what-
don't react to pain like people do. It's true.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what that
because they
bulldog
don't have a.
was?
It didn't
have a
move, dude.
name
It felt
for
like I was
pain.
punching a rock. Like
You know what that bulldog
like it
was?
didn't twitch at all. What?
What was it?
You know what that bulldog looked like?
What was it?
It looked like that pig from Family Guy that Stewie trained.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
steroid one.
Yeah.
Oh
Oink.
man,
But-
I'm sorry to hear
but
about
the-
your dog,
the-
your sister's
the
dog. That
silver-
sucks, bro.
Silver lining, they did get a golden retriever, because my mom was like, I'm never
Oh,
gonna.
I
I love
Because
golden
she was
retrievers.
like, this pain.
They're
Like this
so
after the
so
dog
cute.
died, she was like, I feel like I'm never gonna get a freaking dog, because I didn't know I was so attached. Because my mom was
Aw.
crying, and then like
Yeah.
the next 2 days later, she's like, there's something empty in my life. I need
I need a
we
dog.
need to get a dog. And,
I
and my mom
was-
always hated dogs, but she loved
Right.
that thing. And then they have a golden retriever, and he's a beaut. And
Oh, I was
she
gonna
said
say,
like,
golden
I'm
retrievers
not
are so
she
good.
she
I
said
love
like,
golden
I'm not gonna attach myself to a small dog that could get mauled by
Hurt.
any big dog. Like, I'm
Yeah,
at
he's
least
gonna get
gonna
hurt and stuff.
I'm at least gonna fall in love with a big dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, boys, all right, let's get on to the next conversation. I don't have a lot of knowledge on this because I didn't watch it because it really didn't interest me too much. But I know Derpy got to watch it, and I'm not sure if Relic, if you got to see it yourself. But
But
He-Man came
Yeah,
out He-Man came out like a week and a half ago. I am really far behind. I've just been so busy doing a bunch of crazy stuff. But it's interesting because I really didn't I mean, I heard some bad stuff, but I didn't hear like bad stuff.
Right.
So like, okay, so what I would like to see is Derpy, because I know Derpy, you're not as critical as Relic. And I know
Right.
Relic's going to give us a pretty solid deep dive, and then we can
It was
discuss from there.
terrible.
yeah.
You shouldn't go see this.
But
Not
Derpy, I would like to hear your take on it. And I know it can't be as bad as the 90s Dolph Lundgren He-Man movie.
No.
Yeah,
Not even
so
close.
it's already a step up from the videos and the pictures, the character designs. They all look great. I know that I was really worried because I saw a couple of like jabs at like the conversation of like political stuff or like
Yeah.
agenda stuff. And I figured because it's Hollywood, but I saw the scene with like Skeletor that everybody was talking about how Jared Leto
Yep.
did very well. I didn't like the voice. I really wanted the squeaky asshole voice.
And
Yeah.
can I say something real quick? Just
Yeah, of course.
Christopher in the chat. Sorry that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
lost your dog, brother. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm glad
Sorry.
that you got to spend 16 years.
16 years
with
is a
him. That's
beautiful
awesome.
life. And I bet you gave him a good
Oh.
life, dude. So that 16 years was well worth it, brother. Good job, man. Good job.
I bet you he's peeing in dog heaven on all the fire hydrants.
16 years with your dog, that's got to be awesome, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's got to be awesome. So Derpy, let us have it, bro. Give us the fucking breakdown on He-Man, Master of the Universe movie. I bet.
First and foremost, I would like to pay respects to anyone that went and seen Scary Movie over He-Man.
That's funny. It's funny. I had a lot of people that were more interested in Scary Movie.
I haven't watched
Because that
Scary
movie was
yet.
terrible, and I didn't even see it.
I heard it was bad.
terrible.
Yeah, I had a friend of
So-
mine that was like, I really wanted to see it, and I did, and it was not good. And
So
I was
I
like,
just wanted
yeah,
to pay respects to
And
those that
Rick
wasted
P is
money on
speaking
that.
facts in the chat. Shout out to Rick P.
yeah,
Speaking
a dog
facts
is the
right
closest thing to unconditional love you can find on this planet.
Yes.
100%. 100%. Yeah, a cat demands it. A dog will give you like its unconditional love, and a cat's gonna be like, "Nah, man, I'm
Cat's
the
got
owner."
conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, my love's got
Perfect way I
conditions.
can describe a dog person and a cat person is a cat person likes the easy life,
Yeah,
and
Cats
the
are
dog
way
person is the
difficult.
hard working life.
dog. I feel like the dog is the easier life.
Eh,
Because cats, one moment will be like, "Oh, pet me," and then you pet them, and they're like, "Nah, fuck you, bro. Like, don't touch me."
but
But
you
I
don't
didn't
have to
give
take
you
them outside
permission. I
though.
said, "Pet me once, not twice." You're
You
like,
don't
"Well,
have
I
to
don't
take
even
'em
speak
outside,
cat,
though.
asshole."
In the winter.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like cats. I'm a cat guy too. Like I have a cat.
But
And
back
she's
onto
good.
He-Man. Back onto He-Man.
Yeah, yeah. Let's back on him, man. Because we can talk
I hate
animals for fucking
cats.
days, bro. Yeah, yeah. I know cats hate us too, bro. I was like, yeah, you hate cats. Yeah, cats hate us too. Yeah, it's
Thundercats,
100%.
no.
Yeah. But Derpy, your turn, bro. You got to tell us, how did He-Man go for you? What was the good? What was
Freak,
the
the
bad?
stream just had a mini stroke. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Sorry, the stream.
I
had
had
mini
a I
stroke
had a
for me. I was like,
blast,
what the
dude.
freak happened?
I don't know how about how Relic
No, go ahead, go ahead.
experienced. I don't know Relic's experience in the theater, but my theater, everyone was having a blast. Like it was like a bunch of about your age, even older than your age,
Nice.
dudes just going and with their kids and stuff and just enjoying the heck out of this movie. It was a heck of a time. I knew of the show, like the old one. I grew up on the early 2000s one of He-Man. But I just knew of the memes of the old one. And this movie was a good time. They casted everyone, I would say, perfectly. There were some moments with there was a little bit of the boss girl moments. Relic can slightly agree with that. There was a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Every cast member was exactly the character that come to life from the cartoon. And
Okay.
here and there, some
Yeah,
dialogue,
cool. Cool.
but by the end of the film, if you are a He-Man like diehard fan, you will be very pleased with what is played
Cool.
by at the end of the movie.
That last
Yes.
statement I disagree with.
Oh, really?
You didn't like the theme at the end?
That what like just the.
No,
what,
he's
like,
talking
the
about like
music?
them actually making the music like
Music,
really nice.
dude,
and
the
shit.
music, just the music.
Yeah, just the music. He
I
liked
guess the music is
soundtrack.
fine. I thought you meant like you'll be happy with this movie. I think
I
He-Man
meant the
lovers are
The
gonna
setup
hate
of
this
the
movie.
music and everything going into
Gotcha.
reference in the cartoon.
Just
that
a
thing.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
like
that's
the
what I
moment.
meant.
Let me ask you both this because I know Relic's gonna tear this motherfucking
He's
movie
gonna
up
tear
right
it
now.
apart
Yeah,
because
I
he's
already know,
miserable and he's a Floridian.
I'm just gonna grin, sip my water, and be cool and chill out. And mind you, guys, I didn't even have enough faith
Nothing
to
makes
go
him
fucking.
happy.
I was like, I didn't have enough faith to go even fucking watch this movie. You guys have way more courage than I do, bro.
Oh, my sister took me for my birthday.
Still, I wouldn't waste. I would have just got an In-N-Out burger instead. Fuck that movie, bro.
There is no
But,
In-N-Out burger here, dude.
Dude, I had In-N-Out and it was really good. I had In-N-Out. I went to.
I
Houston.
love
It was the
In-N-Out,
Scariest expression,
but
bro. Scariest
East Coast
fucking.
has
I
no
use my
In-N-Out.
Houston's
subscription
crazy
credit.
shit, dude.
It was
But,
basically free.
Let me ask you both, and I want you to be like, if you can remember this, was it as bad or worse than Kevin Smith's He-Man bullshit?
Kevin
mean
Smith's He-Man.
The
You mean
He-Man
the
Revolution and
Yeah, yeah.
He-Man bullshit
Oh,
on
yeah.
That
Netflix.
one.
That was
That one-
fucking bad. Did you watch that
Yeah.
one or no, Derby?
No,
the
I
animated-
just
it's
knew
an
it was
animated
terrible.
show.
You'll hate it. You'll hate it. But
Yeah, it's
That-
oh man, dude.
that took itself more seriously in universe. That
Yeah.
like I could give it that, even though it sucked, it took itself. way
animated
more
ones or the
seriously.
movies?
The animated.
God, they were fucking trash, bro.
Yeah,
That
it's
Revolution
trash.
one was terrible.
It was so bad that the first season was all like shit on He-Man, make the fucking chick the
First
badass.
5 minutes of the show, which is killing.
Yeah,
me.
then,
they
like-
kind of did that in this movie just a little bit.
It
Not
got
as
so
heavy-handed.
much
they did,
shit
they
for
did
it.
a little bit, but not like as.
But
heavy as the first
it got
one.
so much shit for it that Kevin Smith came in and tried to do the second film, which was better, but it was way too fucking late. He shit the bed bad, dude.
Well, Kevin Smith supports the Snyderverse. So.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot, bro.
Like Relic, no, I'm joking.
And he was down here like a couple months ago, and I was kind of excited to go visit him, but I was like, nah, fuck this turd, dude.
Nah,
Like,
dude, he's just gonna
I gotta-
cry all day.
He hasn't been Kevin Smith for like the Kevin Smith
Ever
for a
since he
minute.
lost weight, he hasn't been the
Right,
Kevin Smith.
exactly.
he lost his coolness with his weight.
He lost his
Fuck, dude.
testosterone. He
Fuck,
lost
bro.
all sorts of manlyhood.
That goes
Left
with my
with
He lost his
inner-
weight.
I have a good friend of mine whose name is Raymond Ortha. He's a comedian, really, really good comedian, and he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Yo, if you're fat, you're funny. Like if you're fat, like you're 100% like you're a funny
You
guy. Like,
better
you do
be
comedy.
because you got nothing else.
You got nothing else,
Right.
bro. You got nothing else. Kevin Smith lost all his shit with his weight, dude. That's hard. So, like, okay, so Kevin Smith still holds the title of being the shittiest He-Man writer. Good.
Right.
Compared to this, like, okay.
Um,
like, I mean, well, for Derpy, you
okay,
say yes.
okay. There's a debate there. I wouldn't say yes.
I
100%.
enjoyed this than more than whatever the fuck that was.
Okay.
Kevin
Well, I
Smith.
mean, that's good. I mean, if you enjoyed it, there's nothing wrong with that. Because I mean, that's the whole point of going to movies. You're gonna go watch it. I like.
But the Relic doesn't enjoy anything. He's miserable.
Well, I mean, that's true.
I
It's like,
enjoy
like
good
Whataburger.
writing. I
Yeah,
enjoy
he
Lord of the
I
Rings.
Whataburger. He
I
likes In-N-Out.
enjoy. Yeah, I enjoy A New Hope. I enjoy Return of the
watch,
Jedi.
Derpy, let me put it this
Empire
way:
Strikes Back.
Relic may have his opinion, but so did Emo, and the world fucked him up, dude. The Knicks people fucking tore his
Yeah,
ass up.
Elmo. Did
Elmo, right? Elmo, not Emo. Did you see that shit with
you
Elmo?
see that shit?
I don't know what you're
So the
talking.
guy,
Show the
they
tweet,
explained it to
show
me
the
because I had a
tweet.
question about this because of the Knicks versus Knicks versus San Antonio Spurs, right? So Elmo,
the tweet.
the character, mind you, the brand or whatever, went out on X and put, I hope both teams do good in the Spurs
Have
versus
fun.
Knicks. Sesame Street itself is a street based in New York City. So like all the Knicks fans were like, I literally, the reason why I brought it up was
Passionate.
because I saw an X video with a dude with a Elmo's head on a pike, and
Oh,
under
I
it
saw
was
that. Yeah.
the fucking sign said traitor, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why Elmo? What does that mean? And they were like, yeah, dude. The moment that he put that shit up, people in New York were like, yo, pick a lane, motherfucker. Who you for? Like, you're New York, bitch. Like, it's not about both teams. Fuck that other team. You're New York rep, bro. O squad or whatever.
Relic. Someone said this isn't the time for sportsmanship, Elbow.
Yeah,
Elbow. These streets ain't
Yeah.
sesame.
Yeah, the other one that I liked was, yo, these streets aren't sesame, bro. These streets aren't sesame. I was like, fuck, dude. So, yeah,
Elmo,
it's
you're
kinda
from
like
the city.
that.
Pick
So
a side, man.
Just because Relic may not have the same point of view as all of us or in the audience within Derpy, it doesn't mean it has to be hated. It's just an opinion. We all think Hollywood fails, and it's fine. So we just got to see. I know Relic's going to tear into this shit, though, because 100%,
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't
get
even
to
have
it.
faith. And I'm not even like,
The
I mean,
stay
Derp,
with
I've-
us, the
Derp,
terrible.
I've put my opinion out there.
Pleasure,
Like,
originality.
even Derp, right? Or even Relic. Like, I'm not gonna at all go see Supergirl. I'll probably pirate that shit first. I know you're gonna watch it, which is cool. You're a DC fan. I expect you to go watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think Relic's gonna watch it because nothing in the film Interesting.
Like, I'm a huge DC fan, but I hate James Gunn. But I'd still like, I'm okay eating crow if he makes a good movie. Like, I was
Yeah, yeah.
actually gonna go watch it with Derp. Derp's in
Yeah, I heard.
town.
That's why I was super
And-
excited for you
but-
guys.
But because like
Because he's a
he-
father.
Because of
Yeah, because I'm a dad. You know, my daughter's birthday was today, and
But
then
I
we're
think Derp
setting
said
up for her.
Clayface now,
Yeah.
right? No,
Clayface,
no,
I
Derp
could
said-
definitely make it. Yeah,
Dude, that'd
Clayface,
be
I
Yeah,
so
could
yeah,
make
cool,
it.
bro.
Clayface for sure.
I want to see from you
Well,
guys.
if
like,
you
out of
purchase
theater.
a ticket, yeah, if you purchase a ticket over here in Tampa, I'll go to that movie theater. I just can't drive an hour and a half away.
We were
At this
thinking of
point.
going to Lake. Can you make it to Lakeland?
Yeah, like I have a sister that lives in Lakeland, so sure.
Okay. Then
Look, what I need from you
That should
guys
work
if this
out.
shit goes
we
down.
were thinking about going down there.
I
before.
need like a out of theater, out of pocket fucking review. Like, I don't want you all doing no fucking John Campea dumbass shit, crying that Thor: Love and Thunder made you tear up or nothing.
Like,
I need
oh,
like
this
some
was a
straight up
triumph.
crash out, bro. I need like a straight up crash out. Like, fuck this, fuck those guys, fuck it. I need like a hard, like enough to the theater is gonna be like, if you don't leave, we're gonna call the cops on you, fucking assholes. Get out of here. No, I'm
I
just
think we
kidding.
both got to be hammered that night to do that.
Oh, I
Say
don't
less,
drink,
bro.
so
Drunk.
I'll
I was
drive
like,
you.
say less.
I'll drive you around. But I don't drink, dude.
That's so
But-
fucking great, bro.
Look, okay. Look,
Oh, there he is. There's
He-
the
with
Snyder
He-Man.
defender.
who?
No, well, John
Uh,
actually no, bro. John, I've known John my whole life. He's one of my closest friends. He has like one of the coolest, like the Batman symbol with the Superman tattoo. Like he has it on his arm. Like this dude is like, he loves
heard
this stuff.
DC.
Look,
And it
Snyder.
always
The
surprises
Snyderverse
me.
sucks, but also the Gunverse also sucks.
It
both
always
suck.
surprises.
Started.
It always surprises me when my friend John is like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go watch that," because I know he loves DC. So like, it always surprises me. Like that one, like it always surprises me, and I'm like, "Dang, dude, like that's crazy." But he puts, "We're not watching Supergirl. James Gunn needs to stay with Peacemaker." Okay,
Yeah, and
Hey,
he
you know
needs to
what?
get his head out of his butthole because that
my
season
best friend
2
got
was
to meet John
abysmal.
Cena last weekend. Oof.
Yeah.
My best friend got to meet him. So yeah.
Nice.
So Masters of the Universe. So Derpy
Yeah.
concepts. I just want to get this out of there before we start with Relic. Your rating for He-Man. I'm still gonna watch it. Even if I don't like it, I'm still gonna watch it because I like art. So
7.5 or an 8.
okay. 7.5. This is like a casual watch. Like
Yeah.
you can, you're going on a date, you want to waste some time, like it's cool to go see or whatever. Now Relic, father, straight up making sure your kids aren't watching things that you don't agree with.
This movie's trash.
He-Man.
I'm sorry.
Let's get it.
Oh,
He-Man, my man.
this movie is not made for kids.
No. it
Okay.
isn't.
No, it is not made for kids. Look, I give it like a 4 out of 10,
Okay.
and
That's fine.
that's high. I enjoyed a lot of the stuff. Like, dude, the CGI was really good. Like,
Yeah.
the trailers didn't do it justice. The
Oh shit.
funny thing is, like, every trailer that came out, I was less and less interested in the movie. But when I actually went to go watch it, when I went to go watch, I was like pleasantly surprised, right? And
Bill.
like Skeletor, what's crazy is like I hate Jared Leto. He was the best thing about the
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, I
that
agree.
scene. I saw that scene at the end where he was kind of like overly like laughing at some shit, and everyone was like, And I thought that was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty funny. All right, that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Well, like here's the thing: there was so many, just so
She-Ra.
many good jokes, but so much garbage jokes in between that it's not
There are some
like
innuendo
I
jokes,
wanted to be like goofy like the cartoon,
cartoon.
but
yeah.
they took it way over the limit.
They put some modern stuff, in it.
Yeah. But like
Right.
let me finish my little review on this film.
My bad. I was
For-
just saying.
No, you good. So first, like one of the things I liked, okay, I don't like how it was set up, but I kind of understood why they did it the way they did it. He's trying to, like, at the end with his last fight against Skeletor, right? He-Man is trying to be like, hey, I don't care what you do. but we don't have to end this in a fight. Like we don't have to kill each other.
Like you kill each other.
You,
Yeah, that's
you could choose the higher road. We don't have to do this, you know.
Yeah.
Which is
That's fair.
like all right, like that's not a bad thing. It's not speaking to his character because I think like he's still willing to fight him if it comes down to it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so he's doing like the knightly thing, like what a Templar knight would do, or what a knight of the
Would
of a
you
kingdom
consider
would do,
it very
right?
similar to the Mario, like Mario Galaxy, like the way they are with Bowser?
See, Rick.
Because like you know how like Mario really just doesn't like Bowser, but Luigi's like, come on, man, like he's cool. Like we don't gotta kill him. Later's Rick. Thank you, man, for hanging with us.
Appreciate you, Rick.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like so, there's that kind of moment where like
See
they
ya,
kept
Rick.
Bowser around, and then in Galaxy they used him a little bit different. He kind of walks this line of being evil and good at the same time, and he wants to be good, but he's bad. And like, is it kind of like in that nature?
No,
'Cause-
no, because it's I'm like speaking more to He-Man, like, and this is why I like this scene. It's because Skeletor started laughing at him, and he had a great line. He was like, "You can't appeal to my better nature. I am a villain." And then he tries to kill He-Man, and it's
Okay,
like,
okay.
yeah, like that's
It's poetic, yeah.
that,
It's like a poetic
yeah,
80s.
it's also nice because it's like, oh, he's not a misunderstood villain.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
He's
like-
laying it out there.
He's just a villain. He wants to conquer. He wants to kill. He doesn't care about you. He just wants to be all powerful. That's
True,
his MO.
true.
and
I
that's
got
it.
it. I like that. I like that.
You know, I enjoyed that. But like the thing is, there's so much. There's some moments that were definitely not given to He-Man, but given to what's her name? Tila.
Oh, Tila,
Yeah,
the
right.
partner, the girl.
Yeah, yeah, and like like in the beginning it made sense. You know, like Adam, she's saving Adam, right? If you in the old cartoon, Adam and He-Man, Adam is the freaking wuss, and then He-Man is the confident like warrior, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the big problems is that they just made He-Man and Adam the same character. It's just Adam
Yeah.
with muscles. He's still kind of like a wuss.
So there's no like dynamic change in his confidence or anything.
There's slightly, but then they underhand it completely. Like when he first turns to He-Man, you're like, oh shoot, he has the confidence and he's starting to figure out his powers. That's really cool stuff. But then after like everything is just like he's just Adam.
It just
The
kind
way
of
he
melts
talks.
together. There's no like
Yeah, yeah,
separation.
yeah. The way he's talking,
Aw.
the way like it's great. He like has skills and he's fighting with his sword and like he's able to perform combat, but his personality is still the same as Adam, like almost the exact same, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of cool things about the film, the robots. Like I don't like that Idris Elba's the Man at Arms, but it was a nice twist. It was a different kind of take on the character. But the thing is that they didn't go into any depth of like character arcs. It was just like moments that happen. You know, it's like you see Man at Arms, this great warrior, and then in the present, when Adam is older, he's kind of like a drunk deadbeat, and because he failed his kingdom, and he failed everybody around him. But then he's kind of like just human garbage. He didn't raise his daughter right, none of that stuff. So there was like that element of like, dude, you still had a kid, and she had to take care of you, like ever since she was 11. That's crazy. Like
But it was always kind of like that. in
I
the
don't see
cartoon, wasn't
somebody.
it, too? Kind of.
Well, I can't remember. I don't remember. If
Well,
it was
it's
like that.
because in the cartoon it's always like that. He's always like this good father figure, and she wants to emulate to be like him when she grows up.
Yeah, no, but like now it's so okay. Yeah, that's in the cartoon, but now it's like she doesn't emulate him at all. She's like, the man you were was great, but you're garbage. You suck.
Oh,
You know?
really?
And rightfully so. The way he's acting, he's like anytime he could get a drink, he throws up next to his face, and he'll lay down next to the throw up. So he's like,
Man at Arms?
yeah. It's
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
what the
they
fuck
tried
did
to
do
give him-
this guy.
They
crap.
try to give him like this arc, but then there was no arc. It was just moments, and it felt like, and then this happens. It felt like an and then story. It's like now this is gonna happen. Now this is. It didn't flow well, right? And then the big problem was they spoke in Castle Grayskull the same way humans speak. So they would cuss, they would say like
Oh,
similar jokes. They wouldn't use
oh,
the
fuck,
language
dude.
of like Castle Grayskull of like, except for one scene in the beginning where she says like you're such a like, I don't know what the
So they
word
were just very
was.
loose
It
with the
was like a
language, right?
yeah,
Oh,
they,
that
they
kind of
they didn't
sucks.
they didn't differentiate the worlds.
That kind of
And
sucks. I'm
then
not gonna lie,
and
like that
then
takes
yeah, yeah.
takes you out of the moment, man. Um,
Yeah, because then it's like, oh yeah, it's not that I'm a prude. It's like, yeah, they could have cussing in the real world, and then like that's how they speak and whatnot. But then when you
it's
go to Castle Grayskull, it's kind of, like I pointed out like the I am Groot stuff. You know, in Guardians of the
yeah.
Galaxy 2, you know, Groot says I am Groot, and everybody's like, hey, language. We don't have to know exactly what it was, but we understand
We
his
get the
meaning.
idea. We get the
We
gist,
get the
right?
idea.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy because
like
it kind of like takes you out of like the whole vibe of needing to understand that it's like a fantasy, right? Or a world like that
yeah,
sci-fi
yeah,
or
yeah.
made up. There's a part in The Hobbit, and it always pisses me the fuck off. It literally almost made me hate the whole movie, which is the scene right before Gandalf and Oakenshield and all the guys are about to go into the forbidden forest, right? Or the wicked
Yeah,
forest.
yeah. The
And
Mirkwood.
yeah, Mirkwood. And then all of a sudden Bilbo looks at Gandalf and goes, "Well, why don't we just go around?" And Gandalf then looks and says, "Well, it'd be like several miles in that direction." And that fucking irked me so bad because this is not the United States. Even in the other where in New Zealand or wherever they film it, they use kilometers. Like you don't say miles. That's
No,
a
no, but
Gregorian form
they
of
all,
measurement. No, that's an English term of measurement. That would not be in an other world that doesn't deal with measuring things that way. It would be like it would be a sunset or
yeah.
two drops of the sun. It would be something different. They
I
wouldn't say
gotcha. I
miles, bro.
gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
like if someone was like, if he goes, well, how long would it take us? And he goes, maybe we'll get there about 3:30. You're gonna be like, what the
yeah, yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is this asshole talking about? They don't
Yeah,
have
he
that
didn't
kind of
like say
measurement.
like it would take many moons or something like
That
that. Yeah, I
fucked me up
gotcha.
so bad, bro.
Yeah,
That fucked me up hard.
yeah.
I was in the theater and I was like,
Man,
oh, and
I
then he's
never
like,
thought of that.
miles that way. And I looked at the guy next to me and I was like, what the fuck did he just say? Like, I was so livid, dude. And everyone around me was like, but Chris, it's all right. He just said miles. And I go, yeah, but he's not in America. Like, even in that part of the country, they don't say miles. Like, they don't
No,
say
no, and so
miles.
they do, but they don't. It's not a common use of measurement. Like legally, they don't use miles, but they say kilometers.
Yeah.
But they understand what miles are.
But
You
that's
know,
not even like
and
their
it's
first.
no, it's not
Their
their
first
first. Yeah, yeah.
That's not their first thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
I
was so
gotcha.
mad.
I gotcha. No,
That
no,
fucked
I
me up so bad,
valid,
bro.
valid. That kind of stuff is valid.
Now
But yeah,
watch you and Derpy. Every time you ever go back and see like The Hobbit on TNT and it sees that scene and you hear that, you're gonna be like,
I'm just gonna remember you,
fucking
dude.
crispy, dude. Fucking crispy, bro. Like, you
I
gotta
thought you were gonna
Crispy,
say
that dick.
what Derpy?
I,
What Derpy?
I thought you were gonna say the scene from Battle of the Five Armies when he's like going across the stone wall and like
No,
like
Oh, throw
like
me
he's
or
like
whatever. No, that shit's
yeah, and he's going
good.
like stone. I thought you were with
No,
like the
no,
sickness
it
and he's
was
going around that
100%
stone wall. I was like,
Gandalf using miles in this. Yo, I heard Disclosure
exactly.
Day was not that good too. But we didn't
Yeah,
watch
I
that.
heard
I'm not
that
gonna spend money
too.
on that. But I'm sorry.
no, but
So
no.
you were
I'll
talking about
finish
Man
off
at Arms and
my
how they like
yeah, yeah.
dissected the character, or at least tried to like
No, no,
new
because it's like
age the story
they
of the
could
character.
have
Right?
gave us setup, but it's
Could be brief though.
like personally, what bothers me is the collection of Hollywood always hating on like anybody who's a father, right?
The
That's-
It's like
masculinity, right?
yeah,
You know-
it's not
you know
it's
what,
not
that's
about
fair.
like
that is a fair point.
yeah,
Yeah, it's valid.
yeah, it's not about like oh that you can't have that kind of arc. You can, but that doesn't like
There has to be a
this is a
payoff.
guy that was the the guy that the king entrusted to train his son. Not only trains the kids, but he's like the best warrior.
Well, he's
the
He-Man,
best of the
he's
best.
He-Man's
So
Alfred.
so he has this mindset. He has this training. He has this like hardened knowledge and way, right? So like yeah, maybe he'll fall off the wagon once or have a dark time, but for like 10 plus years,
Hey,
he's getting drunk and not caring about his kids or the world and not trying to go after Adam. None of it. Like,
Yeah.
you
What's up,
didn't do any of
Derpy?
that?
What were you saying?
What's up?
I was gonna ask Relic something.
Oh, go
Yeah,
for it. Go
what's
for
up?
it.
What's going on?
The fucking He-Man meme. You know what though? Like going back to it, I feel like if they were to approach Man at Arms as a character, what they should have done was do the same thing that they did with the Artemis character in Wonder Woman, the female that was training Diana. Right? It's supposed to be like the number one soldier that is under the mom or whatever, because the mom is 100% busy. She cannot, teach
talk
this
about
child to fight. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
bring in like the toughest soldier. I feel like that's the way they should have handled Man at Arms, and it kind of
Well,
sounds disappointing that they went that way.
the problem was that that they didn't handle him at all. They just gave him this arc and be like, yeah, this guy like totally. Oh yeah, it totally makes sense for him to be a crappy father for 11 years because of one screw up or one moment that he couldn't predict or something like that. It's like that's not how it would work. He'd have to go through so much more. And like there has to be a lot of things happening along this journey. But that like none of it was explained to solidify the reason why he is that way. Like it's all like, oh yeah, that one moment, that was it. That like done. He becomes a loser and that's it. It's like it's not like, oh yeah, like by year 2 he was trying this and then he lost an arm or like he got his best friend killed and like he just couldn't go anymore. In the past year or so, he's not himself.
True.
It's like if you tell me a story, like give me an arc that like for 10 years he was doing his best but just getting hammered and destroyed and like ruined, and that he's like, all right,
self-sabotaging
like,
himself.
Yeah, and then like
self-sabotaging.
and then like his daughter's trying to like always help him out, like trying to get him out of that funk.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like no, she just like, oh, he's never, he hasn't
He's
been
trash.
there
Yeah, he's
since.
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there was
then,
no
like-
good, there was
and
no
then
good
they-
write-off, right?
Yeah, and then they like do some very like heavy-handed sexual jokes.
Yeah.
Like it, like the names of the characters were for kids, right? Like Fisto, what's the
Like,
stretch neck or whatever his name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
That stuff, like it was for to sell toys. It was for kids only.
Yeah.
But you could take the universe seriously and add jokes in that would make sense in the movie.
Like in the current state of
But they were like he was like, oh, what did you call me? He's like, I called you Fisto, and then everybody starts laughing, and he's like, because you fist people, and it's like, oh, he's actually doing sexual jokes, and then he keeps
it's
going.
tacky.
And like everybody's laughing, he's looking like the Fisto's looking around. It's like this isn't playing well. So now we've established that the world is pretty much the exact same. People think the same kind of sexual innuendos and jokes. Like we're not getting a deeper innocence.
It's like a fantasy.
or
set.
yeah, or like something that's like, and it's not to say like, oh, they can't. There can never be that kind of stuff, but it's like maybe they would have more respect than our world would when it comes to sex.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be like a kingdom, and there's supposed to be like this hierarchy of knights
So
and all this
like
stuff.
because
Couldn't really
back
carry
in the day,
themselves.
regardless if there was rape and all that stuff, people condemned like having sex outside of marriage, like like there was laws passed.
There's hierarchy,
for that
there's
stuff,
hierarchy
and
to it.
and
Yeah,
it was all that stuff. So
Mecha next scene was kind of funny.
it was a big respect, like you couldn't comment on the king's wife, or you could get beheaded. You couldn't make those kind of jokes unless it was with your friends in a closed environment, stuff like that. But everybody's just like, it's just disappointing because they had so much potential.
Yeah, I mean, it's all there. The
It's a
source
long
material's
movie.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah. By the
source
way,
material's there, and yeah.
Bill puts in the comments. But by the way, didn't the villains have a panther of their own that was like Battle Cat, kind of? I think they did, and it was
Yeah,
Skeletor.
they did.
Yeah, and he was like purple. He's like he had like black with purple
It
armor. or
was
something.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. And Christopher says Lord of the Rings was great. hyper.
It
fucking
was the
agree.
best.
I
Not
love the
not
Lord of the
great.
Rings.
It's the best. I
Yeah.
have the collector's edition.
Yeah,
I have it
I
all
agree.
on DVD, Blu-ray. Yeah,
It's just like
100%.
The Hobbit was kind of a little bit of a letdown, not too much. I love it too. There's some really,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
amazing, like just memorable scenes. But there was just some things I felt like they just messed up on, which is fine.
yeah. Like I
I
love The
listened.
Hobbit, but
I
I could
listened
have
to
made
the
it bad.
song that I listened to the song that Oakenshield sings like all the time. I
Misty
forgot what it's
Mountains.
called. Yeah,
Misty
what is it?
Mountains.
Mountains? Misty
Misty
Mountains.
Mountains.
I listen to
Dude,
that shit like all the time,
I
bro.
that's the song I sing to my kid to for them to go to sleep,
That's the song I
and
listen to
like works
every
every
time like
time.
we're gonna do
Yeah.
something that's like fight related and I'm by myself and I'm meditating and
Yeah.
I'm doing it. That's the song I listen to. Like that
Yeah.
is the song.
Far
Yeah, good
over
on you, bro. Good on you.
the
Fuck yeah, I love that song.
misty
That gets me super
mountains
ready to just go for
cold.
violence, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Freaking
in
awesome.
your opinion, what would
Gollum,
you
new
rate this
Gollum movie's
movie?
gonna suck, by the way. Huh.
I hope it
Anyways,
doesn't, bro. But
it's going
what's
to.
your I kind of feel like I kind of figured how this movie was gonna go. There was some stuff that surprised me that it wasn't as kind of like the agenda pushing and
Look,
stuff like that. That they kind of like they
it's
for what it's worth,
it's
because they had a really good
underhanded.
layup for
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of that jack shit. They had
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
good
and
layup
like
to do a bunch of nonsense.
yeah, like the HR. I was like, that's definitely an HR person. All that stuff, like that. I get it, but
Yeah.
yeah, there wasn't. I won't say it had a full woke agenda. Like they try to make it like the whole. The reason why they did stuff that seems similar to woke crap is because they didn't separate He-Man and Adam.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
You
makes
know.
sense. But
Like when you watch the movie, you'll see it. It's like it's more intersectional than woke.
I'm gonna watch
you
it.
know?
I'm gonna watch it literally like in a day or two, and you guys are gonna be the first people I message and be like if it sucks or not. But
My sister got me the sword. The sword is actually really cool.
oh, the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Oh no fucking
It's a-
way, dude!
here,
That
it's
popcorn
like-
bucket looks
It's right in front
awesome.
of me. Give me a second. Give me a second.
run to get that shit. Run it, Derp. Did you wait? You went to go see it at the theater, Derpy? Derpy. I don't know if Derpy's still here, guys. He might be.
Yes,
asleep.
I did
Oh, you
see
here?
it in theaters.
Derpy, did you get the sword for the popcorn bucket or no?
No.
Oh,
wish I did.
relic, bro. Holy moly, dude.
It's sick, and it's much bigger than you think.
Yeah, I did not think it was that big. That is, gee, dude.
what
Look
she
at that,
said,
Derps. Look at the sword, man. That is huge. Wait, so is it a fountain drink? Wait, it's a drink cup, right?
Yeah. So like, you can detach the blade, and then there's a. Oh my bad. There's like
You're just like hitting everything.
Yeah, like unscrew this and there's a straw,
Yo,
and so like this whole
no
thing is
way,
filled with
dude.
drinks,
That is so cool.
It's
I think
awesome.
that's the
It's
worst
awesome.
thing about me is that I never go to the theater opening nights to get shit, but they give such.
It wasn't
cool
opening night.
stuff.
Like like they had it. Like I think I got the like
The
third
last
to last
one.
one. Yeah.
And they're expensive too. They're a little pricey, aren't they?
It's $50, dude.
Oh, it's worth it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's fun. $50, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. That is so cool. Congratulations, bro. Even if you didn't really
My sister got it.
enjoy, even if you didn't really get to enjoy the movie as much as we would have hoped, the experience of getting
I
the
got more
popcorn bucket
disappointed.
and-
Yeah, like I loved. I watched it with my sister. She took me to for my birthday. It'll be very
That's
memorable.
awesome, bro.
It was great. I enjoyed my time, but it was like it made me angrier the more I thought about it because I know the potential it could have. Like here's
Could
the
have.
thing, this entire movie. You know how Lord of the Rings has their epilogue right in the beginning.
Mhm.
You could condense this movie to that epilogue.
Oh,
And
shit.
then the next movie they're gonna make, you don't have to watch this movie
Oh, okay. I
there's
get you.
nothing there's nothing to the core of
Yeah.
like
Like
establishing.
there's no meat and
this as a
potatoes of
character.
it. It's just as you
Yeah,
go.
there's no meat and potatoes. So like the next movie you watch, you don't have to watch this movie.
Okay. Well, I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
That'll work.
No, that-
I mean, because it's kind
That
of like.
sucks.
Well, I mean, it's surface level. It's like to me, it's just Thor Ragnarok. Like you don't have to watch any of the Thor movies before that. You watch Thor Ragnarok, but then you don't have to watch Thor Ragnarok to know what Thor is after. So it's kind of like in that same concept. For what it's worth, I hope they do better. At least they had Dolph in it. That's nice.
Yeah.
So-
by the way, what's I thought the Tony Monica had a
Uh-huh.
funny comment. I have no real knowledge of any of this information being handed out, but I'm still here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about He-Man, bro.
It's a real
But
one.
thank you for
Thank you.
helping us. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, yeah.
So Relic on a scale 1 to 10, Derpy gave it a 7.5 in his opinion. What about you, bud?
4 out of 10.
Okay. Toy Story level?
It's Toy Story is like 0 out of 10.
Oh, you changed the Toy Story rating. That's hardcore. Did you say it was like
No,
a
no, no. I
four
never
earlier?
changed the story. No, I said He-Man was always a 4 out of 10 to me.
Oh, that was
Story,
what, okay.
Toy Story
Alrighty.
5 is a 0 out of 10. I can't, in good faith, ever recommend that to anybody. I can recommend to a He-Man not fan, but like somebody who enjoyed the cartoon and all they remember was I have the power. I
Yeah.
could be like, yeah, you'll have fun, you'll enjoy Skeletor, but I also can't in good faith recommend to a friend to go spend their
To
hard
spend money.
If somebody pays for your ticket, then go have fun. Go watch it.
Go watch it. You'll have a good time. Alrighty, brother.
If somebody
let's
pays
go on
for
to
the
the
ticket.
next part. Let's get into the next part for Derps because Derp is already dying on me, bro. This kid's
Yeah.
not surviving the night. Of course, we have some DC news that he's going to talk about. I'll
Yeah.
get to different conversations later, but let me move it up. Derpy, are you still with us or are you done? See, I'm telling you, man, this kid turns his camera off because he starts to sleep and snore, and then his shirt comes off, and
Yeah.
then you get to see some fucking only Derps fan material. Derpy, are you there?
Yeah.
Let's see if he answers. If he answers, that means we're good. If not, I'll let him go. I'll let him get his rest because he's a hardworking individual. Derpy, are
Derpy
you
derps.
there? Derp. All right, Derp's
I
cold.
just hope he doesn't have a DSP moment.
Yeah, where he just fucking shows up out of nowhere. My man.
No, yeah, Camelot. It's good to see you, man.
What's up, boy? What's up, boy? All right, Derpy, are you there?
No,
Derpy. One more time.
he fell
Derpy.
asleep. He fell.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, or he's stroking it. He's like, nah, I gotta
Yeah,
focus.
or yeah, he just has it all on mute. He doesn't want us to hear.
That's what happened in the DSP. Like he just didn't turn off his camera and then whacked off on stream.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
he's
real?
a piece of garbage. But yeah, that's
Oh,
real.
What the heck? All right,
On,
well, I'm gonna let
Twitch, I
Derpy
think.
rest. We're gonna let him rest. We'll catch up with him next time. Thanks, Derpy. I'm gonna let him sleep. All righty, we'll get back to
Yeah.
this. If
And by
anything,
the way,
he'll
thanks
come back
for
on.
everybody. Thanks for everybody who said Happy Father's Day in the chat.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Camelot's good to see you. Thank you for coming back on and hanging out with us. And yeah, Derpy, if he comes back, I'll bring him back in the chat, or I'll let him private message me that he's okay to go. He had some stuff he wanted to talk about. Of course, he's super excited.
Yeah, the
Supergirl is
DC,
coming
yeah.
out. Like I think Supergirl comes out this week.
Yeah,
If I'm
in a
not
few
mistaken.
days.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck super hard, but yeah. he's
Well, I
excited.
mean, let's pray that they learned their lesson for once or whatnot. You know,
dude,
it's
it's
one of
James
those things
Gunn.
like.
It's James
Well-
Gunn. When has he learned his lesson?
Well, the thing is like sooner or later, you know, they did get bought out, right? The company did get bought out, right? Their mother company or their daddy company got bought out. So there are protocols that he's going to probably eventually have to follow so that they can. Oh, let me remove the banner, right? So they can start making money and not failing as bad as it would be.
Yeah.
Earlier, I told you my friend John is such a huge fan of DC that it's so crazy for me to see him not be excited for a DC thing, right? So what I want to do is
here's the thing. Like the problem with the Supergirl movie before it even comes out is that the excitement is with Momoa and Lobo. It's not for the main character.
Mhm.
You know, and the speculations are we gonna see Superman fight Lobo, not Supergirl fight Lobo? So like, it's the hype is on Lobo, so it already tells me that like nobody really cares about Supergirl because first of all, the actress can't seem to shut up. She's ruining her own movie already.
Yeah, which
and
is
then
like the Snow White girl, right?
Yeah, and the trailers like they don't like hope. Again, I'm okay eating crow, but they don't make it look good. The trailer didn't do the marketing to make DC fans or even Supergirl fans be like, "Hey, like I'm interested in this story." Like the
Like-
first trailer we ever see is her dog Crypto pissing on Superman's face.
Yeah.
Like
So we know the
regardless if you
approach
like that
they're
movie,
doing, right?
yeah. Like everybody
Yeah.
loved Superman before Supergirl. So like
Well, I mean-
the first introduction is her calling him a bear, and then the second
I have
time
to
we see
disagree.
is pissing. You know.
I have to disagree. True comic book fans of history, we are fans of Superman. The nowadays comic book movie lover and all this stuff, they don't like Superman because he's too good. Like he's too good. It was the Captain America problem. It's the Superman problem. They don't like them, but they like Superman, or they like Batman, or they like Iron Man, who are like these dark, edgy characters. The guys that put their hair like oh, I'm so broody or whatever. Like they like those kind of guys. They don't like the goody guys anymore. I remember I would talk. I love Superman. I think Superman is a great character. I think, for what it's worth, we need characters like that in society, because when we were growing up, it gave us heroes to look up to. Minus they're not real. They're not fucking really going out there and fucking lifting buildings. They're real true heroes out there in the world that do real things that we could look up to. But they inspire us, just like the stories of old with Greek mythology and the Bible and all of this stuff. You have these Messiah-like characters that give us hope, which that's Superman entire thing. But the hope look, the good guy thing, the perfect person, people don't like that. People don't care for it because it's too good. So when you get that person that comes in and goes,
I won't say
"Oh,
people
you know
don't like
what?
that. I understand
but
why some.
he's not cool enough or whatever." Like
Yeah.
those kind of guys, they prefer. It's really weird because it's like a weird spectrum. Like it's a weird comic book spectrum. Like you have your Supermans, and then the next guy's going to be a little bit more hardcore until you get like the Omni-Man or the Negans, or, you know, the characters that the Batman with his dick out in the comic book, because
Tom King,
needed,
F you.
you know what I mean? Like those things, this is what these weird, like on the desk, don't touch grass and don't do anything physical and do anything tough. This is what they believe needs to be in these IPs. These weird, like, oh, look, he's relatable. He has a penis like a man. Like, oh, look at how cool. And it's huge, too, because he's so tough and brooding. And it's like, I don't want to see that. I don't need to see any of that shit. I don't need to see the girls with, like, big boobs and butt. But guys do that because they're sexual deviants at those ages. All of those guys that used to draw the female characters in such sexual ways is because they never knew what women were like. This is what they...
Well, okay. Like, I think... No. I think it's, like... It's all right to have femininity and like be busty and all that, but also the heroes are super muscular.
Yeah, it's
You know what
over
I mean?
the top.
So
It's over the top.
so it's not it's all right to be over the top. Like I'm okay with all that.
Yeah.
What I'm not okay with is like the nudity, the making it
100%.
like making it
necessary.
degenerate. You know,
it's
like
not necessary.
I don't want this to be a freaking turn into cartoon porn.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
It was like a Lion King
That's
when they roll
what
into
Tom
the
King
dirt
did,
and you see the flowers fly out. It gives you
Yeah.
the impression that something's going to happen, but you don't need to see it.
Yeah, we
don't
don't need
need to see it.
we don't need degeneracy.
Yeah,
In
degeneracy,
comics,
100%.
we don't like, and that's the only thing James Gunn knows how to do is be degenerate.
Because
like
that's what he's nurtured, right? That's his nurture. And
Yeah.
that's what he was
Like
brought up into.
and also he's destroying his characters. Like, dude, when Supergirl's gonna be the second movie, you know, you're gonna have a movie coming after your first DC Universe movie.
Yeah.
And her first introduction is like, okay, she seems like a bratty, freaking annoying prick, and she just called Superman the B word. Not really someone that I'm gonna be like seems likable, right?
Yeah.
And then we see her in like a super dirty house and the dog pissing on Superman's face. Like that stuff that was
They were.
like that was what's it called? That was on purpose. They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
This wasn't like oh that like
It's
this
supposed
happened.
to
Like,
be
it's a
like
CGI dog, you know.
But it's the same
And-
thing. It was like the Superman rebellion thing, right? That's the pissing on it. It's the rebellious nature of the character. Like
but
it's kind of like what they did with
I
Superman
get it.
too, right?
Getting having a rebellious nature.
Yeah.
But but they're not even doing that. They're trying to make her like she's gone through a lot of hard stuff and she doesn't know who she is, kind of bullcrap.
Yeah.
And it's like that's fine. You could do a story like that. That's not the problem. The problem
Yeah.
is how they're doing it. The
Yeah.
problem is how they're like constructing it. They're belittling other characters to prop this character up, and then again, the actress isn't doing herself any favors,
Yeah.
right? Like she did great in Game of Thrones. Nobody was
problem with
mentioning
that.
anything. Yeah, nobody had a
Yeah.
problem. And now she's like saying like it's a queer icon, it's all this stuff. Like no, like we just want to see a good story. We're critical of this because we love this stuff.
Yes.
And again, James Gunn, he doesn't know how to play the innocence, because anything with the Superman symbol, there's a level of purity and innocence to it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's an innocence to
Like-
it in general. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
agree.
Batman, like there was always the discussion in the comic book, like comic shop, like should Batman be rated R movies? Should like we have like rated R themes in Batman live action movies?
I don't think you need that.
And no, you don't need it. Like I don't want to see, like for instance, when Ben Affleck says to the Jared Leto Joker, he's like, "I'll effing kill you." I'm like, "Oh, that didn't feel like Bruce Wayne or Batman."
You're like, that was a little.
That was Ben Affleck.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
uncalled for.
yeah. I was like, "All right, dude." Like,
And then they go and make a fucking Lego movie out of it, or Lego fucking
yeah,
video game of this, right?
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
So I like it's very easy to say like what the people are into or whatever, because that's what the media does. I don't think any real comic book fan ever was like, yeah, like we need to make it more modern. Like if you're a fan, you like what's being put out and you want to preserve that. But you're not gonna be like, oh, I like Batman, but I would love it if he had a toupee and he was balding and he didn't have the bat symbol and we just called him Bald Man. Because then that's not Batman.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%. 100%. I don't think Ben Affleck's rated R. I thought that was Batman versus Superman. It was all PG, you know?
So, Batman vs Superman, the extended edition was rated R.
Uh,
And then
whose dick did they show?
Nobody's.
Wonder Woman.
Have you seen the new like they showed Henry Cavill in like a old school getup, and they tried to like pan over to the watch, but like the kind of slacks he's wearing just highlighted his dick, and then everybody
No,
and then
fuck
like
no.
it's just the camera's just like looking at Henry Cavill's dick, and like the internet was like, all right, like, and then because the next thing is supposed to be the watch. And it was just hilarious. It's like,
Look at
yo, this is rough.
look at Visual's comment. Like he's right on the but they ruined the crap out of the
Joker by
Joker.
Tony.
I wasn't really a big
Oh,
fan of the
yeah.
first. I wasn't really too hype about the first one because I feel like if this was in the universe of Batman, the greatest detective, he would have 100% figured this fucking dude out. He's so sloppy at everything he does. There's no way Batman doesn't ruin this dude's life. The Joaquin Phoenix's character. Some things are better.
and
okay. Oh,
Chris-
I gotta
yeah,
read
go
that.
ahead,
Let me
yeah.
read that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Some things are better left to the imagination, like how Alfred Hitchcock, would let the audience imagine a death scene. Your own imagination can be more brutal than the scene ever filmed. And that's the thing is like the nowadays film believes like the filmmakers in Hollywood and all this stuff. And I want you guys to understand this because this is my approach is they all think we're idiots. They all think that we are incapable of coming up with our own concepts and decisions on the IPs that they use. So they have to.
That's why they
dumb
keep
down
making
everything.
films. They keep making films like this because they truly believe that we're gonna go spend our hard earned money on their degenerate bullcrap.
And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And you know what? Like, it's kind of silly too because I've been doing, podcasting for a pretty long time. I think I told you, right, Relic? Like, I've been doing this for like a minute. But I've been a comic book guy like my whole life, dude. Like since I was a baby almost.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so weird for me to see like how much they try to change from the source material and think we're so dumb that we don't know what they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? That we cannot, like, that we don't know that they're failing, that they think that they're going to make it better. When all of these things were like, they were masterpieces when they were in their source material. Like Civil War. in Marvel. Like Civil War in Marvel is a fucking masterpiece. You know what I mean? Like it's a masterpiece. And for them to do what they did in the film
I
and be
think
like,
I
"Go ahead,
think
bro."
like Civil War. I think it's a very well written film. I have my issues with it, and again, like it is. I would say it's a masterpiece in taking something, but being true to most of the source material and turning it into your own with your storyline. Because
Yeah.
obviously, you know, Captain America didn't die, and Spider Man was on Iron Man's side, which would never happen. You know, like there's things like that that we know as, but like this is a different Spider Man. This is a different Captain America and Iron Man. Like this is the MCU story. Like they're taking. It's great how they in the beginning and up till Civil War that they took all these great elements of the comics and
They
respected.
adapted, right?
Yeah, they adapted
The
and
adaptation.
respected it, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, I wouldn't say everything, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, true that, true that, true that. But yeah, let me see. So we got, oh yeah, we're talking about Supergirl, right? So for me myself, like Supergirl really hasn't done anything to really catch my eye, but I do understand the gravitas of coming to something like in James Gunn's situation, right? He has to write, if he's planning out the entire, let's just put it out there, like Justice League Unlimited concept, right? Where you have the Justice
Booster
League
Gold, you have Green
just
Arrow,
a
you have
bunch of characters,
yeah.
bro. And the problem with DC in the comic book world is they always had replica characters of each character. Each character is almost duplicated, right? You Plastic Man, Rubber Man,
and then something it's like the
Batman
elements
too.
like Green Arrow and Batman had like similar elements to
Yeah,
them.
you see what I'm talking about, right? So like,
yeah.
but then you look at like Superman, and he was such a great character when he first was like created, that they were like, bro, we got to do something. Like, I know this is like the last Kryptonian or whatever, but we gotta expand it. How do we expand it? We got to make a super girl. We got to make a super woman. We got to make a super kid. We got to make a super boy. We got to make a super dog, a super mouse, a super fucking snake. Like they were like, we got to make a group of supers. And it's like, now here we are 50 years later, 80 years later or whatever. And we have this opportunity to make all of this work, but you have two characters, literally the same exact character, just in girl form. But how do you differentiate? Because that was something that I noticed in the Superman movie that I was actually okay with, and I wasn't bad, is the factor that you had three superheroes with Lois Lane. You had Guy Gardner, you had Hawk Girl, and you had Mr. Terrific. We're going to then have, Superman. We're then going to have, the original Green Lantern. We're going to have all of these characters come up, but how do you differentiate the characters' personalities from one another? And I do like the approach of having these.
Well, they should have given some of the characters personalities to begin with.
Well, yeah. Because like they have to make it work.
Well, there's a bunch of characters that have no personalities. Like Hawk Girl, she doesn't have a personality.
Well, she's an asshole. It's because she's like stoic, and she's like she's like Hawkman, because the character itself is like this never-ending immortal soul or whatever.
If you say she's like Hawkman, then she's not her own character.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's a great moment. But then how do you do it? Because eventually we're gonna get a Hawkman. So how do you
we did get a Hawkman.
Did we? In Superman,
Black Adam.
the new one? Yeah, but that's oh my god, man, that's the other thing too. Did you hear that they want to bring back the Dr. Fate guy, the actor to play Dr. Fate?
Brosnan.
Yeah, to play Dr. Fate in.
He was great. He's awesome. Yeah.
You can't do that because that was the Snyderverse.
Well, so was Peacemaker.
Oh my god, dude, I hate this so much, bro. All right, I'm sorry.
The suicide,
I'm sorry.
Like,
that's right.
You forget we didn't get Peacemaker season 1 before. Like we got actually,
and
like
I know that. I know that he's doing
the
it
Amanda Waller
like,
we have. The Amanda Waller we have is Snyderverse Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's cherry picking what he likes from the Snyderverse. Like
so I do give it up for the creative opportunity to he's gonna have a lot of fucking work ahead of him creating
that's
personalities.
That's the thing. When you start off when you start off a DC universe, you go for the big three. That's just smart. It's like, especially after you have the Snyderverse, you're like, all right, we got to differentiate. We're gonna bring in a new Superman, a new Batman, a new Wonder Woman, so that
But
people
that's the thing,
understand
like,
that there's something new happening.
but we have to agree. We have to agree that that's the safety approach.
That's a safety approach, yes, but also the first thing you don't, the one thing you never do, is you put out your first film, and then not make the story about the guy. It was more about Lex and then team ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then your second film is about a character who craps on the Superman, like the character we just watched a movie about, apparently. Okay? And then your third project is The Lanterns. It's a TV show that you can't even watch as a family. That the first trailer, they say the F word 3 times.
Oh,
And
yeah.
somehow it's not a Red Band trailer. And it's going to be an HBO Max show, meaning dick and tits.
Yeah, it's gonna
And
be
so
really
it's like,
out there, right?
yeah. And then you're going to put all the Green Lanterns that are the most well-known, other than Kyle Rayner, in one show. Right? And then you're going to take the project after that is about a villain and not a super well-known villain of Batman.
90 years.
It's
man,
a
that's
side
crazy.
villain. You know, it's an episodic villain, which I think Clayface is actually going to be a good movie, because if they focus on the horror route versus DC route, then it's going to be a great film.
And I disagree. I think it's gonna be
but
shit.
again, well, from from what I saw in the trailer, I thought it looked.
I mean,
good.
it looks good. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not. But
Oh no!
again,
Like, I get it. What the studio is doing and everything. Yeah, like the
well, when you
involvement.
approach something with
Yeah.
this care to make it badass, of course it's gonna be good, because you're gonna be like, hey, let's not do any of that shit and let's actually do good work here. And it's like, but you're
Yeah.
only choosing like the most fucking weirdest character to be good with.
But
They
but
did
that's
with
that's the
Penguin.
thing. Like, yeah. But then again, they did a really good job with Penguin.
Fuck yeah,
Penguin
man,
show,
that was a
yeah.
great show. But
So
'cause they
so
stuck
that's
to
why
the
it's like,
character.
yeah. No, and I get that, and so that's why I have more hope on that, because also James Gunn is not involved with that project. But then
Yeah.
you keep switching the goalposts. Like, they keep saying like, no, Green Lantern is the first one in the timeline. Then it's Clayface,
Yeah,
but
Blue
now
Beetle.
but Blue Beetle's attached to it. So it's like your universe is already screwed up completely.
Yeah.
There's nothing for anybody to follow. And then you say Peacemaker season 2, a highly rated R show.
Yeah, it was.
It has
messy.
bisexual
dirty.
orgies in it, and you're saying you need to watch that show to understand what's going on in the DC universe. So
Yeah, that's
your kids are
crazy.
like, if you're a parent, your kids can't watch the new DC universe progress. It's already convoluted. Like, it's a trash universe. It already is trashed.
That's fucking bonkers to me, man. I don't know. Like, I just like, I know Supergirl comes out this week, and I have no care. It's almost as the way it was with the Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, I remember that shit came out, and I was like, it was like week of the release, like maybe like 2 or 3 days, and I was like, that's just coming out this week. I thought it was gonna come out like in the summertime. Like, why is it coming out right now? And in my mind, it's just like, I've lost so much interest because it's all the same slop. Like, it's all the same slop. And again, like, I approach this as a person who likes to create and who likes to be a creator and has a solid imagination. I sometimes believe in coming up with content and, you know, coming up with ideas for creative things on my own. And it's so weird because, again, I look at the approach, and if you've ever come to writing stories with a lot of characters, it is difficult to write personalities, especially in the current dynamic of like society, where everybody wants to be respected in their own bubble or whatnot, right? Or their own.
And it's
path in
also
life.
like
Everyone wants
writing
to-
by yourself too.
Yeah,
you know?
because
Like,
you have to have, and it's like you said, like earlier in our conversations from the beginning of the podcast, where it's like there's a lot of these writers that lack life experiences to be able to explain to us how those characters are supposed to be. And I remember what comes to my head was the Alien show. I don't know if you remember if you were here for the Alien show, the new one that had just came out, the one that was
I don't think I was
Alien World.
in this show, but I didn't watch that that show.
So okay, so in that show, like
Yeah.
it's not too weird. It wasn't as bad because Prometheus fucking was crap, dude. I was so disappointed with Aliens Prometheus. So the Aliens franchise has fallen in a long way too.
Yeah.
Where originally it was just like your basic temp Alien Earth. Thank you, Bill. It used to be this kind of like basic like a scary monster space hiding in shadows, jumps out, jump scare, gooey
And a
stuff,
cat.
boom. And a cat, yeah, and fucking something coming out of it. Like there's all these, and they're just little tropes that horror movies follow. And it's always been the argument: is Aliens a sci-fi movie or is it a horror film? And because of that dichotomy, it kept it in the conversation, right? Then we get this movies that had come out in the last couple of years. Alien versus Predator sucks. AVE not very good. Aliens, the one where
Requiem.
it's Morpheus in the woods and the samurai guy. Like they had the guy from The Pianist. I forgot his fucking name.
Yeah, the
Adrian Brody.
Predators.
Yeah, the Predators, right? Which wasn't too crazy, but like
No,
all
that
kind of
was
flows
that
into
was
this-
crap. That was a crap.
The
movie.
samurai scene was dope though because it gave you that was the first thing I feel like it gave you the first like oh shit like we can get this like Assassin's Creed generational era of these stories
Yeah.
finally instead of it being like this crappy like oh something in a fucking spaceship scares you but like where have they been all our lives, you know what I mean? So like when this movie came out, Alien Earth, I thought it was a great approach and I was like okay, this ship's gonna land on the planet, Earth is fucked, the aliens, the xenomorphs are gonna take everything over. It's like zombies but now it's xenomorphs. Like
Yeah, I
I
get
think
you.
it has a great imaginative premise to be something big. But the biggest issue was there's a character in that, and I forgot his name, but it's like a stupid name. They called him like the prodigy boy or something like he's like the rich dude. And all he did was act as the way the writers thought Elon Musk does stuff. Like he's sitting cross-legged on a table. So they're in a business meeting and he starts standing up and dancing and just a bunch of nonsensical shit that a genius would not do. Like if you think someone is like a obvious like 20-year-old genius prodigy, he's not doing stupid like gooner fucking young bullshit like generational like stupid trolling shit. He's doing things as a genius was, but since you don't have geniuses writing the role, they miss it completely and the character just sucks. Like it sucks. The Tony Stark problem. Tony Stark used to be this, his big falter is he was like this alcoholic that had a bunch of drug issues and he's failing, but he's this mad genius who cannot stop himself. They write him as like this corny one-liner dude that just likes to have sex with chicks and then flies around and shoots lasers out of his hands. He never shows or auras that he's a fucking genius. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy, but it's because of those life expectancies or those experiences of those writers. They don't get it. They don't get it. And then the imagination is what's supposed to push them into what they assume the genius would be. But then they
But it's
just
also like
bullshit stuff.
them being humble enough to do the research. Like for instance, when I, just like you, like we've had this conversation before. I love writing my own stories and everything.
Yeah.
And one of the great things about being married is I can go to my wife and ask her, if I were to do this and we lived in this type of world or life,
What do you think?
how would you react?
Yeah.
You, a woman of this age, this, and this, and it's usually I'm always kind of wrong of what I thought she would react like, and I would talk to other people about like a story I'm writing. Back when I had the Lego store, it was really easy because I would talk to my employees, and then I saw the correlation of like, oh, us men, we think this way, but me and him were really into like knights and medieval stuff. And so he has a perspective that kind of leans into that. And then my other friend that's like, oh, he's really into Marvel and comics and superheroes. So then he has like this perspective, like this is the route they would take. But then I get like almost like a cheat code just talking to people and giving them a scenario of something that I'm writing about. And they give me that feedback. I'm like, shoot. Like
Yeah,
I thought
broadens the
about that,
horizons.
but I didn't see the details of how somebody could think that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, but these people, they again, just like James Gunn, just like Christopher Nolan, and even when they did really good stuff, they're not partnering with people no more. Stan Lee, and they have this false sense of like Stan Lee wrote everything.
So I can do it.
Yeah, so I could, which he didn't. He didn't write
he didn't.
everything. Yeah, and there was always a big debate, like Jack Kirby, on his birthday when he and Stan Lee had that falling out. He was on a radio show on his birthday, and Stan Lee was so petty that he called him on the radio show, and they had an argument about who wrote what and like what the story was about and what was the direction, and it just kept going, And so like it's one of those things that like a lot of writers were pissed at Stan Lee because they felt like he wasn't giving them the credit. Yeah. Like, hey, you came up with this character, but I wrote the character. Or like I wrote the character,
the lore and all this stuff for the character. Yeah, the hard stuff, the fucking road work.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
the road work.
So even though I love Stan Lee, and it's no hate to him, but it's not sunshine and rainbows. It's not perfect. It's not
never is
black and white. Yeah. So it like these guys, they need partners. Just like that's why I said the Green Lantern show. We know who's involved, so that's why we know it's gonna suck. But there's like 3 people that are a part of it. And that means like you could bounce ideas off each other. So this show, even if it sucks, needs to be at least coherent. Because there's no way, unless you're all 3 retarded, which they are. You got Tom King, the guy who wrote the Watchmen series, which is abysmal. And both of them decided that saying green was stupid, or having green in Green Lanterns was dumb. Yeah. So
it's like the biggest mistake of their life.
And then James Gunn is the one that's approving it, and all he knows is degeneracy. He doesn't know.
Oh, mind you, before you anybody in the comment kind of gets confused, we're talking about the Watchmen HBO series, right?
Yeah, not Zack Snyder's
we're not talking
Watchmen.
about the real Watchmen film. Like the real Watchmen film was better, a little bit way different from the comic, but at least it did it somewhat justice.
It respected Jack Kirby.
Yeah, and it didn't fuck over it didn't. Zack Snyder didn't fuck that one up real bad. So but he's a good director, or not a good writer for what it's worth.
Like again, when they are being like, let's use George Lucas as an example.
Yeah. Okay.
When he wrote the original trilogy, not only his wife, who then became his ex-wife because she was cheating on him. But if you guys didn't know that,
the dark side is rich in her.
yeah. But even then, she was still a part of episode 6.
Oh, okay.
He had pushback from all these people that he hired. Like they told him, like, no, this idea sucks. Don't do that. His like George Lucas, he had the idea of Luke Skywalker putting on Darth Vader's helmet and being like, now I am Darth Vader. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, hell no, we're not doing that. And then you see the contrast with the prequels. Even though it has the Star Wars magic in it, the reason why it's bad storytelling but great Star Wars, and it didn't get the great Star Wars and great storytelling we had with the original trilogy, is because all he had was yes men around him. They just see behind the scenes. They were just like, George, you're great. Yeah, this story is great. We have to see how we could fit into this storyline. But like, yeah, all your ideas are awesome. And Zack Snyder, when he was doing 300, he had people pushing back on his ideas. When he did Watchmen, he had people pushing back on his ideas. Look, when he did Justice League, the 4-hour Justice League, he had free reign to do whatever the hell he wanted, and we got a dumpster fire of a movie. Great elements, solid stuff going on, but crap movie. It's a bad movie. And then he did Rebel Moon all by himself, and then he did his zombie
and that was so bad.
film
Dude,
all by himself.
So
all of it
too.
terrible.
Yeah, dude,
so like some people like I'll make it an even worse guy. Ryan Johnson has directed some of the best Breaking Bad episodes, but he's also the director of The Last Jedi. Some people will only do well when they have somebody else that's controlling them. That keeps
he
them
did
in the
Looper.
pocket.
Looper's fucking
Yeah, yeah.
amazing, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an
And so
amazing
like
fucking movie.
so there's people that like will always do well when somebody is keeping them in the pocket, pulling them
Oh,
back to
Bill
reality.
Finger.
Like keep it this storyline. But then when they have free reign, their imagination is crap. You know, or sometimes their imagination is good, but it just needs to be honed in. Nobody on this earth can do everything by themselves, and unfortunately, we see these directors, these writers. You know, James Gunn, he's trying to do all this by himself, and I think when he hired Tom King and the other dude to do Green Lantern, he kind of had a self-reflective moment, like, yeah, I can't do everything, but I can improve everything. But unfortunately, he's in that zeitgeist of like the whatever's new is hip,
10 out of
right?
10.
So then he hired like some of the worst comic book writers to exist, Tom King, to be a part of
His crew
his
or whatever.
cinematic universe. Yeah,
Yeah. Which it's not working out too well. But yeah, man, it's super crazy. Like, but then again, going back, like I said, like I understand
yeah,
the obstacle it is to be able to isolate and create all of these different personalities. But I think you make a really great point, and I think it's good to stand on it about how instead of it being where you have this like, Supergirl can be written rebellious or a little bit angsty. They did have the Supergirl animated film, which wrote her, more rebellious than Superman. Batman's in it, who's like kind of like telling her she needs to be strict and how to behave. And there's like this dichotomy of like parenting between Clark and Bruce when it comes to how she works. And then the Wonder Woman character and Themyscira gets involved because it's a female that has all of these great powers, and they feel like, yes, she needs to be a warrior, but she needs to be amongst female warriors to understand what it's like to be a female character in that nature of being a hero. So taking her away from like the, of course, masculine character, I think that's a good approach in the animated series. And then taking her to Themyscira and having all of this, because then there's like a brotherhood / womanhood with all the other Themyscirians,
yeah.
right?
But also like what they do well is that there's a naivety
To the character.
of what the real to the character and a purity to the character as well.
Yes.
Like
because she
just
comes
because
in and
she's
she
an
doesn't
adult,
want to be
yeah.
destructive.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
just scared. She's confused. And the way that this one kind of shows is like she's kind of like, nah, fam, I ain't scared of you. Fuck you, bro. Like a Clark standing in front of her, and when he opens the pod, and she's like, "Who the fuck are you?" or whatever, and he's like, "Well, I'm Kryptonian, and I'm your cousin, and all this stuff." And I guarantee she's gonna be like, "You're not my family," or what? She's gonna be instantly like,
Well, like
I'm by
we already saw
myself.
that in the trailer. Like she said that, like first of all she called him Cal, and then she was like, I'd have.
She wouldn't recognize him. He
I
was a
have no one.
baby.
She was like, I have no one, but it's like, yeah. So you're looking for Kryptonians, and you found one,
And you
but
found
he just
one,
was
and you don't
raised
like him.
different. Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird because,
Yeah.
but then again, I mean, that has to be a hard writing too, right? Like, how do you personify or write a character that has something of that nature and traumatic to experience it at teenage, to see like not only your parents, not only like your siblings or friends you grew up with, but like your entire like culture and your entire species erased within a moment, right? Like,
Like to be honest, it's not that complicated. But
well, I've never experienced that in my life. That'd be crazy.
No.
Bro.
Well, not that. If we
Imagine
but
them
like,
wiping out like every Brazilian in like
yeah.
one car. You're gonna be like, holy fuck, dude! Like, that's a lot
I gotta
of
start
trauma.
having sex.
Yeah, I got catch up.
Yeah, dude.
But-
Which
but there's-
apparently in this
that's
universe,
a-
that's what they're doing. Yeah.
It's like trying to find yourself in a Google map from like a top view of your state.
No,
It's impossible,
well,
bro.
here's what. Okay,
Yeah.
but here's where like every detail matters. So you can't. If you're gonna do that, you can't give her the Supergirl suit
Yeah, because she's got to
because
find herself.
she's embraced. Well, that like if you give her the suit, that means she's already embraced that
the heroism.
symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already embraced Kal-El. She's embraced all that stuff. So why is she in a Supergirl suit if she like still is lost? If she is still doesn't like Kal-El? If she still doesn't see herself as a hero? like that, and that's what they did kind of with the dynamic of like making Power Girl in the different iterations of like they made the reason for the boob windows because she didn't feel like she was worthy of the
A
S
symbol.
symbol. Yeah.
Yeah, even though
And
she was
then
a clone,
later,
right?
yeah, yeah. And so then later on, like Superman like gives it to her because like you've earned it. You represent everything that this symbol means, which is hope, right? And so like if you're starting her off that way, like what we should have seen her like not
Fail.
in a super no, at least not in a Supergirl outfit in
The trailers
in
and stuff, like when she's in
no no no
space.
in the Superman movie, and
Oh,
also in her show her show or this movie that's gonna come out, and then like maybe introduce Superman in this movie, and that's like she embraces it because like this is what it means to people,
to
and I
be
want to be
this.
a part
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this.
yeah. So it's
Because
good.
then
It's
you
good
find
because
yourself, you know.
it's good because I think this is very important because like the way you and I approach these things, I think it's very important when we're explaining it because a lot of people like, I mean, you hear Derpy. Derpy's like, nah, Relic just hates stuff. But it's not. You're
Yeah,
making a
yeah,
good point in the sense of like the argument is like there's elements that need to be brought to light in this story for us to get a solid landing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
what you're saying is like, yes, like I understand the character is flawed. I understand that she is damaged and torn, but like that's the writing points that need to be established and that she needs to rise to that hero's occasion, right? She needs to be able to
Yeah, yeah.
accept the S, you know, have it to where maybe Superman appeals to her and says, look, this is what I wear because it gives people hope. Like maybe you're going to accept this. But at the very
Yeah,
beginning, of
like
this
I
film,
made this for you. You know,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
here
that. Like,
because you're a part of my family and you're not alone. You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
has this like beautiful, you know, constructive buildup of the character finally realizing that she's not by herself, that she's
Yeah.
not alone. It's not just her and her dog. You know what I mean? Like it's there's so much more to it. Like I hope, man, that's a really good point. Like I feel like a lot of these movies miss those, and as audience members, they expect us to just think we're stupid and we don't see those points.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's absolutely correct. I think what would make Supergirl a great story, of course, the Supergirl comic book that it's based on isn't a bad comic. It's not. I think it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
haven't
weird.
gone through it and read it.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's a very like coming of age story for Supergirl.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like but then again, it's like Supergirl. Like there's not other than being in the Crisis and Infinity and all of this stuff, and her
Yeah.
getting fucking killed to raise up Superman's morale and all this shit. Like she doesn't really get great stories. It's always like based
No, yeah, I
on
get that,
what
yeah.
happens with Superman and all this and her being saved and then her rising to the occasion. So now it's like, well, you're by yourself. You got to kind of do it on your own. I think it's a great story for them to appeal with for Supergirl. But
It
I
is,
don't
but
like-
like everything has context. Like she already
Yes.
has the Supergirl suit.
yeah,
She's already on Earth. Like for instance, they already effed up on their own lore in the Superman film. Like Superman got beat up, but the yellow sun is still out there, right? So then he goes to the Fortress of Solitude, but they have something to focus the sun in on him.
yeah. So that
he
way it
can
works.
charge
Yeah.
up quicker, right?
Yeah. So that he needs
But
some kind
he's
of help
still
to
there.
magnify it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, but that's when he's getting beat up. So Supergirl is drunk, but she's on Earth, and she had to to get into our solar system. She already had to start getting sobered up because of the yellow sun, and
Yeah.
then she gets in atmosphere, and then all the way to the freaking Fortress of Solitude.
Fortress
She
of
would have been
Solitude.
she already been sober by
Sobered
the
up.
time she got there. At the very
Yeah.
least, as soon as she hit an atmosphere.
Mhm.
You
Well,
know?
the other problem with the
And-
story too, and as a lot of people are overlooking it, is like when Kal-El is sent to Earth, Lex Luthor apparently again this was the biggest problem in the first film. Lex Luthor gets the video, and the whole video is the father telling Kal-El he needs to have a harem, he needs to bang a bunch of chicks, he needs to enslave the planet.
yeah.
That's the you remember like, and that's something that we all overlook because it was probably the most stupidest thing they could have added to this.
Yeah,
in
it
the lore
was
of
so
Superman.
dumb that we couldn't believe it. And then James Gunn
And
put
he
out a
pulled it
statement
off,
like,
right?
I,
He
con-
pulled it
I
there and it did
confirmed it.
not. It was
He's
so
like,
bad.
he's like, I confirmed it 3 times in the movie. Like Mr. Terrific confirms it. Yeah, that's what the Kryptonians believe.
Well,
is
then
rape
again, you
and
have this character that now comes to this
superior.
planet. Now this character, Kara, who is a sound mind teenager at the time, knows
Hmm.
exactly what her culture's like, which it's like
Yeah,
the Kryptonians are this like imperialistic nature, like the Omni-Man characters or the Viltrumites, where they, and that
yeah,
was
yeah,
something
yeah,
that we had heard about too, that not a lot of us were like, what the fuck? Like real fans were like, what the fuck? That's stupid. Kryptonians aren't that way. They're
yeah,
a
yeah.
regular of sound mind and they're nice and they're cultured. And, but now we
Yeah,
understand
and
that
the
since
reason they travel to other planets is to help out
to
these
help other
planets.
planets. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So now we have a character that was already a teenager, already knew what the society was like, and was already a part of this group of people that were like, well, anytime we go to another place, we conquer. So like,
Hmm.
is that something that Supergirl's going to come in with, or are they going to act like us, the audience, are ignorant and we forgot that
Yeah, yeah,
Superman's
yeah.
dad made this fucking video? Because
Yeah,
now these are two characters.
because it's also like, so wouldn't you, if you were Supergirl, wouldn't you want, after you've lived just a few, maybe a year on Earth, you would have realized, oh shoot, this is a better way of living. Like people actually love each other. They're
Yeah,
not trying to create harems. They're not trying to do all this. So it's almost like we're watching a villain deciding to be more
good.
villainous without
Oh
no
yeah,
deciding to be more villainous because like I can't connect with these people. I like
yeah. Fuck
the
them.
Kryptonians who rape and pillage and dictate everything and with this tyrannical mindset, and it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that we're
In my
the
mind, I was
superior
like, the other
mindset.
day, I
Yeah,
was thinking about this, and I was like, oh fuck, dude. Like, how's
yeah,
James Gunn gonna pull off that stupid ass continuity like decision he made
yeah.
with that stupid video? Because this girl, she came in older, so she knows what she's gonna be raised like in that culture, like
Hmm.
100%. And she's literally like first cousin to Kal-El. So she like they're in the same boat,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
same fucking situation. So she's raised in the same mindset as the father would, which is
Exactly. Yeah.
tyrannical, imperialistic. So this character coming in isn't a sweetheart. She's not nice. She doesn't like humanity at all because she thinks they're under her.
Hmm.
She thinks that she should be in charge. She
And
thinks that she should be.
she also has no sense of what a hero is or responsibility. She's actually selfish.
Yep,
She doesn't look
100%.
like past her own trauma to be like, no, I should still help people. I should still like everything she's doing is so that she won't be alone.
Yeah.
She's saving the dog not because the dog's health, it's because she's terrified of being alone, like she's not a good person so far.
Yeah. Mind you, they already saved
Yeah.
the dog in the Superman movie, so it's just the same bullshit. Because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
is 100% in comic books why they don't put Crypto in the Crisis story. This is why they don't put him when Darkseid comes to the Earth and Crypto comes out, because the fucking dog dies. Like it's just what it does, and they're just like, nah, we have the dog when we're gonna do kid stuff. Maybe we'll do like a cool side story. They fight the squirrel that's with the Green Lanterns and they go and have adventures. That's what the dog is for. But James Gunn is like, man, he's really fucking reaching with this dog shit, dude. Like for me, I'm so like, dude, the dog again. Like I love Crypto. My greatest
Hmm.
Crypto story was the Super Sons comic. They had do you remember when Superman died? They had the Superman with the glasses, right? The robot one. I forgot
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
name. So I'm not the black dude, not Steel, but they had a specific Superman that was very like everybody thought he was him, but he had like big old safety glasses, right? I want to say like he was called the Incinerator or something like that. Superman with glasses. Let me see. No, that's the stupidest thing. Superman clone. I'm gonna be like clone, and I'll get you the
Black
name right now.
Superman.
Huh?
Just put black guy Superman.
No, it's not a black guy. It's a regular. It's a normal looking guy. I just forgot his name.
So you're saying black
But
people are normal, dude?
no, like he was one of the four
Yeah, no, I get what you're
Supermen.
doing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The
he was one of the
Kryptonians.
four Supermen that had come back when Superman had died. Let me see if I can find. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put
yeah.
it. The four Supermen when Superman died. Yeah, he was. Let me go ahead and open this up. he was this guy. Window, bang, bang. I know it's not like a big photo, but he's the one at the very end. So do you remember these? It was the first guy who
yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah, and I forgot what his name was, but he was very like I don't know how to explain it. He was very short, very like to the point. A lot of people thought it was him, but he didn't really have like an attitude, like a personality. But Super Sons, I always tell people about this. Super Son, Death of Crypto. When in the Super Sons comic, Crypto gets killed by him, and the son of Superman, like he gets so mad, and it's such a great splash page. It's such a great splash page. I'm gonna try to find it, but let me see. Death of Crypto. What's the? I can't even remember. Death. I can't even remember. What's the name of the son? You remember Jonathan? John Kent,
Jonathan
right?
Kent.
John Kent. Yeah, John Kent. Death of Superman or Death of Crypto. There's such a beautiful like shot of him.
So
Go for it.
Christopher in the chat said that now like it's been redacted, the Conquer thing, and it's a real small in the news that Lex faked the Kryptonian message and paid people off.
Was that recent?
But that's, you see, I said this was gonna happen because there's no way you can, like, the fans are ever going to, like, even the James Gunn fans, they're gonna be like, nah, this is effed up. He confirmed it multiple times in interviews and articles that like, yeah, like this is what Kryptonians believe. But we all knew that he wasn't gonna follow through. But again, these are James Gunn's ideas. So whatever he's coming up with next is gonna be crap. But yeah, he's probably gonna do the thing where like Jor-El is either still alive or like the version of him that you could actually access in the Fortress of Solitude still hasn't been fully accessed yet, where we get like the Christopher Reeve style floating head of Jor-El in Fortress of Solitude, yeah. Because but again, like obviously James Gunn wanted this stuff. He wanted the whole harem bullcrap.
Like, are you familiar with like the Super Sons John Kent storyline and all that stuff? Eradicator,
no, not too familiar. I read it. I did read it though, but I'm not familiar. Like it wasn't like a storyline that I.
Yeah, the Eradicator comes back and like fucking kills Crypto, and it is wild. Okay, so like
no, that was one of my favorite things because like it's Crypto to me at one point was like an Aunt May thing. Like you're just kind of there in the way, and it's not that I wanted it to die. I just didn't want him in the story anymore. So like it was crazy when it killed him. I was like, oh man, that sucks. But at the same time I was like, I'm so glad I'm not watching him no more.
Freaking Superboy Jonathan Kent splash I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. He had this little cool like jacket that they gave him so he can go around and be like a Superboy, and he never had a cape. And then the Eradicator kills Crypto, like just wipes him out. That's them fighting Superman and the Eradicator fighting in the background because he wants to kill the Earth to bring back Kryptonians, kind of like the way the movie was, Man of Steel.
Yeah, Man of Steel.
Kind of like in the same format because it's his purpose as a robot from Krypton, right?
Yeah.
And when he wipes him out, like this kid John Kent takes the cape and from Crypto and puts it on as his cape. That's how he gets his cape, and it is fucking badass, dude. I liked the idea of what they were doing with it, but like that was like maybe the coolest Crypto story I've ever seen, where they used him in a more adult comic book variation rather than.
But they
using
also
like
mid him more useful as well.
Yeah. So that way they could build his character. So it was beautiful.
Like a MacGuffin.
Yeah. It was so good, but like I don't see them. The moment you do that in film right now, gentlemen like Christopher, who are very much about their fur babies and stuff, are gonna fucking flip out at this movie, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like And there is a lot of people that are fur baby enthusiasts, man. You go off and you kill crypto, I guarantee like they're going home and they're weeping in their beds for days.
But
They're
like, here's
not,
the thing: like, if you do it right, you can really make something blow up. Like, remember John Wick? It was like a
yeah,
massive
straight.
focus that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that and I bet the people, like the director was like, oh yeah, people are going to really feel this moment, but like they didn't think that that moment would make them invest in the revenge plot of John Wick. They thought like it was going to remind the audience of like his connection with his wife and like that he lost it, but it's also like we also want revenge for the damn dog, you know. And it became
I mean,
kind
they
of
can make
a
it work.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they can make it work.
if they do it right, if they do you actually try to kill off Crypto, first of all, he has to be more likable than what we've seen him.
Yeah.
Like he was likable enough. He's a dog, you know. Like how do you
Yeah,
not
but
like a
mind
dog?
you,
But yeah,
the way they're writing it is crypto is not like Superman's dog as the way he
yeah,
is
it's
in the
Supergirl's,
comics.
which is weird. Which is weird.
Yeah. I do understand where again this goes off of like the Marvel Civil War thing, right? Where you do
Yeah.
have to modify a lot of these things because most of these main characters got all the cool gimmicks and MacGuffins and stuff because all the other ones were barely selling and they only used those
Well, I
people
don't
as
think
MacGuffins.
I don't think you need to take away. You know, like for instance, if you see Smallville when they introduced Supergirl, they gave her own thing.
Yeah. I got
You
that.
know, and like she wasn't in Smallville and Metropolis all the time. She was doing her own stuff somewhere else.
Yeah, in the other part of the world or something.
Right? Yeah, yeah. And it's like just because you already gave Superman so much and he's been around almost 100 years at this point, and you want another character like Supergirl to come in and use the same symbol and be part of the
Yeah,
same
yeah. You got to
planet and all that stuff.
differentiate them and have
Yeah,
that, right?
you don't need to. You could still give her some of the same character arcs, but in a different way. Because regardless, if you actually write her like a girl, she's not gonna act like Superman. Regardless
No.
if their personality is the same, she's still gonna
It's gonna
like
be different.
he's acting the way his character is, also as a man. She would
Yes.
act the way her character is, but as a woman. You know,
True,
so
true.
there could be the same things happening to both of them, but the outcome might be different, or the outcome
Different,
might be
yeah.
the same, but the journey is going to be completely different because of how they go about things, there's perspectives and everything. So it's just
I see
like
that.
I don't
see
think
that.
you ever need to pull from somebody else's story to give to a character to make that character valuable.
Sure.
I think you're playing the same line of like belittling characters to prop up other characters instead of just bringing them up.
True. So mind you, I mean, we have Supergirl coming out this week, guys. And of course, us as comic book guys, I mean, Derpy's the same, but he's very much just happy to be getting some type of like love in the comic book world for the DC universe. Relic probably thinks the same way I do, and we're kind of expecting for them to do it justice. Because this is, DC and Marvel are so different when it comes to things. The way that you have the Marvel characters is most of the time Marvel's characters are more grounded. And to me, DC's characters have always been the Greek mythology. They're like a step above the rest. There's a pedigree to the way these characters act. They're standing there with their chests more exposed and arms pulled back, the cape. Like you don't really get that shit in Marvel too much. You know what I mean? Like Marvel's more like chill.
And they understand how big the universe is.
Yeah.
You know, and
So it was-
and just to kind of go back
And then
with
just screwed it up.
what I said
Yeah.
little bit, like that's when I said towing the line. You could still do that, take a little bit away from a character and give to others. That's fine, but as long as it doesn't change the characters, right?
True.
But the thing with the DC universe, it's something that I never liked. Like I enjoyed storylines, but I never liked it when they did multiverse stuff because the
It
universe
was a
is
little too
already
much.
so big. Yeah.
Yeah.
But regardless, I've always think multiverse stuff is super lazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but the DC universe, it's way more rich than the Marvel universe.
I believe. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. Well, it's like I
there's
said,
so
it's
much
more prestigious. It's more
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
prestigious. You have more like epic storylines, episodical storylines, where like everything is like psychologically a story.
Hmm.
Marvel is always this like Saturday morning cartoon shit where villain shows up, shoots some shit, goes away, hero goes back, has a
Yeah.
pizza. Where in the other one, it's like Batman sits there in his $7 million living room with a big chair that's like a throne in the shadows, still dealing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
all
yeah.
his like was dealing with all his like negatives in life where he's like,
Yeah.
I must keep going. I
Yeah, and
must
I
keep
think,
going.
and just before we end off, I think a lot of even Batman comics that I enjoyed, a lot of them still didn't understand Batman. That's why I think Kevin Conroy was so perfect as a fan, that he understood who Bruce Wayne and Batman was. Is that he did
Mm.
overcome his demons, but he also has a
Mm.
responsibility to be Batman. It isn't him like always being emo and crying that he lost his
Yeah, yeah,
parents.
yeah.
Like he
There's
did
the
overcome
trauma, like
that.
the real
Yeah, yeah.
trauma.
Yeah, like that trauma he overcame, and then it's to also prevent others from having the same trauma.
Yep.
So that's why he can still fall in love. He could still, go on dates and feel empathy, is because he's not just trying to be like the emo that we see as Robert Pattinson Batman,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
True.
like
100%.
one
100%.
dimensional. Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, this coming week, it's Supergirl week. Fingers crossed. I don't know how to,
Yeah.
I can't cross my fingers. I'm not that fucking cool in
If
life. My shit's
if
all
I
fucked
find a
up.
way to watch it, I'll watch it, but I'm
Yeah,
not
me
sure I'll watch
too.
it
I'm
this week.
gonna probably pirate it because I don't trust James Gunn with any of my money yet because he hasn't proved anything, other than Guardians 1, 2, and 3, which I really enjoyed. But other than that, he hasn't really proved anything to me. And the movie looks too much like Guardians, and for them to try to differentiate the idea of what Superman is to what Supergirl, I need to see a differentiation
Yeah.
from Supergirl to Star Lord. Like I need to see a separation in this. Like it cannot be the same
Yeah.
shit. So fingers crossed that they're able to pull it off. DC needs a win. Like they really do as a company. They really need to hit the ground hard to get the fans back behind it. Because Star Wars is
Mhm.
suffering from the same thing, and I don't want them to have the same fate at the very
Well,
beginning of their
Star Wars is already dead.
yeah. And I don't want them to have
It's
that at the
never getting
very
that back.
beginning of their chance. I want 10 years of DC, guys. Like I really do. I do. I want an end game and an Infinity War of DC that's good and solid if we can get there. But we're gonna have to see how this hits
Yeah.
the ground. And yeah. Other than that, we're about to call it. Before we go, I know thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Thank you so much for staying with us. And make sure to come in next Sunday. We'll be here doing the same thing, man. God willing, baby. Christopher says Brian Bendis screwed up the John Kent character by having Ultraman keep him captive for years. Chris, we don't talk
Yep.
about this. We don't talk about the I was traumatized by my father figure and then I came back and liked dudes. Like we don't talk about the bisexual, bro. We don't talk about this. Do you know what he's talking about? You have to know.
I do know what he's talking about. Yeah,
Bro, that like man, that did you okay. I don't know if you guys are just fuck, dude. We're about to get to regular free time if we end up just kind of like talking mad shit about.
yeah. Now we're gonna go for another hour, huh?
No, I promise, bro. I promise. They recently.
By the way, like and subscribe. Go to the Average
Yes.
Boys podcast.
Yeah, guys,
like and
come
subscribe
through.
over there.
Come
Yeah.
through. We love you guys. Thank you so much. But so recently in the comic books, it's been such a fucking problem that they had the Superboy character with all the bisexual stuff. Nobody was buying it.
Yeah, the
They
pink
brought-
hair, all that.
They,
Yeah.
well, they had again. This is the Superman Miles or no, not Superman. Spider-Man Miles Morales problem. You can't have two Spider-Man when the original Spider-Man is still there, healthy, doing stuff, and then you bring in another one, and you're like, nah, he's just as important. No, you have Captain America, but we're gonna make another dude Captain America. Is Captain
but now
America
this
still
one
there?
like sucks cock.
Dude, dude, fuck. So they made a Superboy or a Superman because they made him into Superman because Clark, was I guess not cool enough to be Superman anymore, even though he's still there being Superman, saving the day. Superman was now Jonathan Kent, and they did all the bisexual stuff. It didn't work, and the reason I told people when all the LGBT community people were up in flames saying that when they were up at fucking Rhymes about like, nah, you're just a bigot for not liking him. I told him, look, for us being bigots, for not agreeing with how they handle this, DC, the company that's trying to get you to be their freedom fighters, are making him bi. So in case it fucking fails, they're gonna make him normal again. So they're not even
they can't commit
to their fucking guns. They're using you guys.
Yeah.
If you're into this, they're using you to fucking. You need to see that.
Well, that's why I don't trust
animals,
James
bro.
Gunn. Well,
don't work, they cancel it.
when Chris was saying in the chat, I was looking up on my phone.
Yeah.
James Gunn redacted that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this guy, like, he'll just change if it's not popular. He can't stick with his own story, you know, like, so I can't trust in this guy.
So the
It's
Jonathan
like, he's not
Kent
telling me
story-
trust the vision, all that stuff. Yeah.
So the Jonathan Kent character was pretty good with the Super Sons, where it was Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent when they were kids.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. I thought it had a lot of potential. They even had this idea and a cool Easter egg that was going to be Superboy, Jonathan Kent versus Damian Wayne's in his own mech suit. Like the way they did for the fucking
That'd be sick,
Frank.
yeah.
That was, dude. They had so many cool ideas. And then they did the whole thing where like the father of Clark comes back, kidnaps the kid, takes him on this wild adventure. He gets kidnapped by Ultraman and practically is like, I don't want to say sexually assaulted, but they made it seem like he was very like his masculinity was taken away.
He was
by
sexually
this person.
assaulted, dude.
Yeah, in a way they tried to fabricate this idea that was the point. Then he comes back and he's like aged up, and they were like, well, now he's like this because he's been through so much trauma. It didn't work. It didn't work at all. Recently in the comic books, they had a fourth dimensional random ass being come in and rewrite it. He fights the Superboy. He takes him into the future, in the past, in the present, all at the same time. And they bring back the kid from Super Sons. Like they bring him out before they go and have the Ultraman moment. And then they keep the Superman, who is the John Kent, the older one, but they give him this like weird Batman Robin esque. Dude, it is freaking messed up, bro. So again, with them messing up with Superboy Jonathan Kent, they brought him back as a kid so that they can make him normal. And then they made the older one this like random.
No, I know, yeah.
It's stupid, man. It is
and then he got his pink-haired boyfriend. But like from what I heard, the plan was also to make Damian Wayne gay and have Superboy and Damian Wayne together.
Wait, date, right?
Yeah. And it's for those weird people that do like fan art
fiction
of
shit,
like, but like they take it over the top and like make Superman and Batman like be gay and stuff.
The only thing that I like about the
disgusting.
Disgusting. The only thing that I like about the current dynamic on what they're doing, because it's called the era of the Superboys, is that Superboy Prime is finally getting some fucking love, dude. I love Superboy Prime. I love Superboy Prime. He is like the most nastiest, like overwritten, powered super character ever in comic book history. They had to write this guy into like a multi-dimensional prison just to get him off the board, like in the writing, because they didn't know what to do with this fucking
They had to make him off world.
Yeah, they had to imprison him in some like what's that? Not Black Adam, but what Shazam prison. It's
because I know they were like before it was supposed to be the Phantom Zone,
something like that, right?
But then like it was like Shazam's like mystical
prison,
like it's where like he got the powers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I forgot what it's called.
They did it like a dimension, right? Like it.
Yeah, they trapped him in there. Yeah. And the reason why they did that is because they could not fucking figure out what they were gonna do with this like hyper overpowered Superboy that has like no weaknesses, dude. He's a fucking like he's a menace, dude. Like he's a menace wherever he goes. I love Superboy Prime. Only fucking action figure I have in my like in a box still is the Iron Giant. Fuck it and Superboy
Prime. The
Prime.
Iron Giant.
Yeah. Those are my only two characters.
That's
I love
real,
those
dude.
characters. They're so G, bro. The only other one I like is Hyperion. He's my only character. But here you go. So the one in the back is the older Jonathan Kent, who's the one that loves dudes. and they brought back the little kid after the Cape, which it's after like,
Yeah.
which is the prime time before the dad's like, yo, let me take you on a fucking Epstein Island trip, kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and just messed him up. So, this is the way they fucking had to redcon their ignorance. Like, oh my God, dude. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because what are they going to do with the fucking little kid? Like, is the Superman of Prime going to fucking adopt his ass? Like, he ain't got no family. Like, just take him back, bro.
Man.
Yeah, like, what are they going to do? Like, it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So, yeah, that was my rant for the Superboy ignorance of comic books right now, which I hope. Hey, question before you guys go. I know we're about almost done. I know you're tired. You're probably sweating balls in there. So
yeah,
yeah,
but you're good. I enjoy it. Like, this is my favorite show.
Yes, and that's because you were like with some fucking GS podcasts these last couple weeks because of the Lego stuff, dude. So crazy to know that you're in that. I saw like a little bit of like Asthma Gold and all those guys talking about it. So like I'm like, Relic, bro. Like, I was gonna ask you if you knew about it, and it just so happens they're like interviewing you and all this shit. That's crazy, dude.
Oh yeah, because all the people that like are screwing over everybody, they're the ones that screwed me over. I've met them all physically. Like, I've just been them, like, a part of it. They're
gotta meet them this way next time, dude. Straight up, Lego guy suck a cock, bro.
I got like the people that are in my chat. They know. Like, I got the phone call.
Well,
a few weeks ago, about like them threatening
Gatam Gambiri. The way you become Superboy is you have to carve it into your chest, dude. Like, if you don't know what that
apparently
means,
take it up the butt.
Well, yeah, I guess you got to do that. That's the other Superboy.
Yeah.
Beforehand, it was like you carve the S into your chest. I guess now you just got to kiss a bunch of dudes, bro, and you're good to go. What is it? First, before we go, nothing crazy. Cliff Notes. Obsession. The movie Obsession. Did you watch it?
No.
Okay. I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff or whatever. Obsession was good. Really, really.
I keep hearing really good things about it. I haven't watched that movie yet.
If you get a chance, anybody that's out there, I give Obsession like
dude, I need
like a 9.
I need time and money to go to the.
I know, bro. Look, no. Just
like,
keep
the only
on
reason I watched He-Man is because my sister picked me up and took me.
Yo, look, just stick to your guns with the peg leg action, bro. Yeah. Like, and just keep going that way, yeah, dude. Keep going that way with the hook on the hand, dude. Like, if you can watch these films with your hook hand, like, do it, bro. Do it 100%. But Obsession, worth it. Very, very worth it. I'm not going to ruin it. I thought it was fantastic. I think the premise on how, like, the supernatural element is witty, funny, and kind of charming at most because of the fact that it's not, we're not looking at magic the way we do in our world. Like, to them, like, it's actually real. And it kind of makes you like, oh, so it kind of gives you like the Buffy the Vampire Angel supernatural TV show violence. Okay, so like, it's not far-fetched that something could happen in this world. And it's really goofy and good, like in a funny way, on how they acknowledge that magic is real. I think it's fucking genius, dude. And
I gotta watch it now.
Yeah, straight, dude.
You hyped it up.
Yeah. 9 out of 10. Obsession is the way to go. Beat Mandalorian to a living pulp, bro.
Well, yeah, Mandalorian's freaking stupid.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. For them to lose to an indie film, like crazy.
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm like,
I'm not gonna talk about it. I didn't even watch it. I haven't seen it. And then the last one is The Backrooms.
Also didn't watch it.
I fucking loved it. I loved it. I think I've told you this before. I'm a big lore guy. So like I'm kind of understanding of what the Backrooms is, and I like how it's a horror dimension or whatnot that's created by the fanverse. That very much reminds me of Treyarch Zombies, how it all kind of came out where like the people created the lore, and then it's ginormous on how crazy. But now there is like a specific wiki, and then there's like a fan wiki that just keeps on. It gets real.
Yeah. I got you.
There is like a specific one, and that's the one that the franchise is following. It was good. It was very. It was like what's that Wes Anderson? Like, I don't know, what's that one director the one that makes very colors vibrant. Everything is very squared. Wes something. Let me look him up. I know
Oh,
he just
freaking
made a
no.
movie ago.
And
Wes.
Chris, I do need a portable AC.
I know, bro. I bet
Uh,
Wes
dude,
Anderson. I know it's hot
I
as
saw I
balls in
saw
there.
one in Costco and it looked really nice. I'm like,
Bro,
oh,
the
I
little
want it.
standing ones, but you need to have an excess port for it. Like Wes Anderson, I'm gonna bring this up real quick. I know I don't want to keep you much because I know it's hot as balls in there. He
No,
makes a
you're all
lot of
right.
these films where a lot of it is very much like vibrant colors and shapes, and it's very artsy, very like
Ah, okay, yeah.
it's very French air, American old 50s style in a new age turn. And the colors are like always really fucking vibrant. And there's always
I
like a
love
lot
that.
of these
Yeah,
like these kind of moments where everything is like shape induced. The
yeah,
approach of the back rooms is it takes these concepts, but it makes it uncomfortable because everything is slightly not correct.
yeah. Okay.
And it's so amazing on how the person who created this and is running with it did this at like 16, 17 years old and is now 20 working with
Oh,
like working with the dude from
hell
Doctor
yeah.
Strange, Ethio I forgot his name, Etchifor, the actor, the one that was Baron Mordo.
Oh, I don't know his actual name. Like,
I know his last name is like Etchifor or whatnot.
I know who you're talking
It,
about. Yeah.
this show, it's not scary. It's not scary. There's
No.
no like jump scares. There's no nothing like that. In fact, I think it would be safe enough to take your older kid to go see it. The one that's like, I think you said you have an older kid that's like 6.
Yeah, 6.
I think it's okay to take a kid at that level because there's no like crazy thing in it. There's one scene that has that. Well, maybe there's one scene that does have blood, so maybe
I'll watch
not.
it first. I'll watch it
Yeah,
first, and then I'll
I just
determine it.
yeah, there we go. Shawittle, right? Shawiatel. I just feel like it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay in the sense of like it's not like crazy horror Freddy Krueger. It would, I mean, I don't know if you ever saw like the horror movies when you were growing up, but like I don't know if you remember like the first Friday the 13th or
I
like the
remember the
first.
first the
It's
one
so
that's like stuck
corny.
in my mind is Chucky,
Okay, Chucky would be
and it
way
was
too like
yeah.
Chucky's like a 10 and this is like a 2 when it comes to like the intensity.
Okay, yeah.
Like it's not scary. This is more like a psychological thriller. Like it puts you into positions where you just feel like, oh man, I would freak out if I was in that position because I'd feel like
Yeah,
claustrophobic.
yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it. It's just so cool. But then to realize like the massness of the universe of it being where like
Mm.
you're literally like it's like when you play a video game and you like get too close to something and you fall through the wall and you like fall
Yeah,
out of the
yeah.
map. Like imagine if that was real in our world. Like you could be doing something and you like fucking fall through a wall and you just like literally fall like forever. And like let's say you hit ground, but it's like, well, how do I get back? Like
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do here? And then there's things that are like in between, like creatures that live in that dimension. So I thought it was awesome. I like the concepts of like it gives the audience time to think. Like it doesn't like put it out there for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like you get to think, and
So
that's
that
what
leaves
was
that
the
up to your
beautiful.
imagination.
Yeah, that's 100% what it
Yeah.
is. Because it never gives you a definitive
Heck yeah.
thing of what the back room is. Like it's so good and refreshing to see that a movie that was like this
Mhm.
um doesn't dumb it down. It
Yeah,
doesn't dumb
I
it
gotcha.
down.
Yeah.
I highly recommend
Yeah, I
it.
gotta check out this stuff because like, man, I just miss watching good stuff.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, no,
miss
I
being
agree.
like
I agree.
surprised and shocked over something that's just completely artistic and came from like somebody's heart and like just they just wanted to put out a good film, a good story. They're not trying
My
to force anything
roommate,
on anybody.
my roommate's not
Yeah.
really all that about. She's getting a little bit better with watching like scary stuff. And I was like, "Hey, you need to watch this. Like, I'm really excited. She check it out." She had no idea what she was walking into. And while watching it, by the end, she
Okay.
was like, "You know what? That was really cool. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what I like the most. It was cool. There's so many people that tried to bash it. And I think it's because they went in there thinking that you were going to get jump scares and there was going to be like the concept of like this monster.
Oh, they were just like trying to like, oh, this is gonna be traditional horror.
yeah, exactly.
That's
And it
like,
wasn't. It was like a really
yeah,
good, like, there's a really great character. That's the Ichifor guy. His character has a really good build up. And there's like a darkness to his character. And the back rooms, the world of it exploits that. They never give it to you when he talks to the therapist, but it gets exploited because that's what the back room does. Like, in my opinion, I think the back room, like, it personifies like your nightmares, like your worst traits. But it's difficult because it doesn't, since it's not a human entity, or it's like a Cthulhu entity that's like a space. It tries to imagine what it is you are and tries to create it.
Okay.
So that's what gives you like this,
you know what I'm
weird-
thinking of? I'm thinking of that, like the in Harry Potter, that mirror like closet thing that like your fears come out of.
Yeah. But it's like, but what if it didn't? Because there's a good line in this film when it says, imagine explaining to a blind person what a dog is as best as you can. And then trying to tell that blind person to then draw what a dog is. That image that it creates is what the back room creates of anything that it wants to think about.
Wait, is this the guy? So is this the same people that did that one? There's like, they did short films on YouTube, and like
100%.
one of them is like the guy's eyes, like he comes out of a box, and that if you take your eyes off him, he'll come out.
Okay. So you're talking about like that's gonna be like the crying angel or something like that, right? Like it's a statue.
No. Like so there's a short.
Oh, the one in the mall.
No.
The one in the
there's-
mall where it's like this big like
No,
like a big
no.
puppet? Oh
No,
wow,
there's
man.
like this couple hanging out in their house, and then they receive a package that apparently is from their friend, and they look into it, and it's just dark. It's just like a void, but like they throw a pencil, and it just disappears.
Holy
And
shit!
then
That
they
sounds great.
look away, and there's just like a human, like above like this, like not blinking, just staring at them.
Fuck.
It looked like a younger version of Anthony Hopkins, like Hannibal Lecter style, and just
Ugh, that's
staring at
scary.
them. And it says like, don't tear your eye, don't, like, you have to stare at it the whole time, because if you, whoever that box is meant for, if you look away, or,
It gets you when you're not looking.
He starts moving. He starts getting out, but every time you look at him, he's paused. But you have no idea how many people are gonna come out. It's really, really good,
And it's
it
interesting.
scares
It's so
the
cool because
hell
look-
out of you.
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
send
yeah.
it to you.
Yeah, straight. Because so this is like the new genre of horror storytelling, and it's called creepypasta.
Yeah.
There are a lot of shorts that they make online, usually like the minute tropes or like the minute stories as like the fast getting information. But they're all like these great horror. There's like that one, but it's like the light. I don't know if you ever see it, where the person clicks the light and there's like an image of something in the hallway, and then it turns it on and it's gone, and then it's like it's on and off.
Yeah, and it gets closer
on
and stuff,
off.
like,
And then it gets closer,
yeah.
That's in the format of the umbrella of the subgenre of creepypasta.
I don't know if this guy's channel's still up, and I have to figure out what his name was. But there was this guy I used to watch. He was like a little bit autistic, but he would go find all places that were considered haunted, like abandoned psychiatric hospitals, like asylums and all that stuff, and he would film by himself. He would go by himself, but he like would load up shotguns and stuff, like, and just
Like just to be prepared.
yeah, and dude, any sound, it was hilarious. Any sound that would like make you just start seeing him like just go off the shotgun, just through the walls until he
That's
he was
fucking wild.
tired,
Look-
and then he just like kept going. I was like, all right, like, well, the ghost is dead.
I want to show
was
you
hilarious.
this because this is what
Yeah.
this is a great, easy idea of what the idea of the back rooms is like. This is called the
Dude, I
And
don't
the
want to
roll-
watch this before I go to bed, dude.
Look, hold on. With the rolling.
Oh my gosh, dude. Turn it off. Like, I just got goosebumps all down my neck.
So
I'm like,
wait.
oh.
That's awesome. So it doesn't really do much, but it's the same exact style of storytelling that you were talking about. The box.
Yeah.
When he looks away, it gets closer. But the crazy thing is, like, this is a real mall, and this character was created by an artist for a marathon. And the mall got closed down, and they put this thing in the mall, and this guy was like, "Yo, I should make it a scary movie. Like, let me make it into this thing." And all he does is walk around the mall, and it's cool, dude. It's cool to know that. But there was this thing is like, it was sad too, because this statue that this artist had created for the almost like, you know, the caravan, like in Brazil, like when they make the big puppets in New Orleans and stuff like that. It's in the same paper mache and all this stuff. Like, they built this character to be at the look at fucking
Nope.
nope.
You should do that.
No, sir. There's no real like jump scares. There's no nothing to this. It's just this dude going around walking, and this thing, you just hear it roll up, and he turns around and it's there. And then he takes off and he turns around and it's there. We're talking about the Rolling Giant. I got to see the back rooms, and I loved it. And I wanted to make sure that I gave a good explanation of what the concept of like a creepy pasta or a horror genre that this thing relates to. This thing isn't scary because it's not fast. It's not, you know what I mean? You don't know what it's supposed to do even if it gets close. It doesn't move. But what was cool is like this mall was going to be demolished in like a month.
Yeah.
In real life. And there's so much like history in that mall. You know, I think everybody has that, where they had a mall when they were growing up that you would go to, the arcade, the movies, the certain stores that you grew up with. Everybody has one of those. And it was getting demolished, and the Rolling Giant was an art piece that had got put there in remembrance of the artist that made it. And it was just in there, and the guy was like, wow, this art piece is going to be destroyed with this mall, and no one's ever going to know about it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's this thing that someone created, and it was loved when it was around, but now it's like, it's just forgotten. So then this guy made it into something that was like, that will forever live its legacy in the legend. You know what I mean? Like, how cool is that? Like, I know it may be creepy. I know you may not like scary stuff. I know. I'm not.
No, I like scary stuff. Just not right now.
Before I go to sleep and shit.
Yeah, like, dude. Man, sorry if I'm seem tired today. I got off.
No, it's late for you,
13 hour. Like... Well, no, I got off a 13-hour shift today.
Oh fuck.
And that's why I was an hour late. So I'll be on time. But like, I didn't expect to work today. I always get Sundays off. And they just put and I told them like, hey, it's my daughter's birthday, it's Father's Day, I want to make sure I'm off. And they're like, but now I'm on. But then I had to work today, and I had to.
If you get a chance,
and I'm
gonna let you go,
and I don't want to be scared.
Rest. I didn't know.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be scared before I go to bed.
You gotta be like me, bro.
Well, no. Like, here's the thing. About having kids, though. Like, for some reason, they're like freaking. They won't turn on the light at night.
They like to walk around the house when they gotta go restroom.
Dude,
and all
they
that.
pull off some bull crap, man. Like, no, like, they'll make a noise, and you know what kind of bull crap they pull off? It's like, you get up from your bed and you look at the door, and it's just the silhouette of your child just like staring at you. Yeah, and he's waiting for you to, and you're like, oh, and then he's like, Popeye, like, Dad, like, good Lord, dude, why are you doing this? Dude, the other day, my wife got
sleep paralysis demons and shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, why won't you turn on the lights? Why won't you say something until, like, my daughter, so she opened the door, and I face the bed where, like if I'm laying down, if I sit up, I could look in the hallway, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I was asleep, and my wife woke me up with her yell, because she opened the door and it creaked like very slowly, but we couldn't see her, right?
Because she's like very tiny.
So it's just like,
and you just thought it was the door by itself.
And it's pitch black. And my wife looks up, and then she lays back down. Still can't see my daughter, and my daughter's actually this close to her face.
Oh my god!
And she just goes like, Mama, and then like my wife's just like, and And then I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
what? Yeah. And then my daughter
awesome,
just
bro.
waits till she's done yelling, and she's like, "Can I lay down?"
Can I lay down with you? Oh,
And then
man,
she's
dude.
like, "Oh, oh, yeah, don't do this." And then
Bro,
she just
that's
laid down.
so.
It's so funny, but I just look over. I'm like, yeah, that would
I
have
envy you
terrified
guys
me.
for having such beautiful moments of parenthood, though.
Yeah,
Those are
it's
memories that are good.
awesome.
I don't have kids, so I don't know what that's like. But I'm one of those guys that I'm always like, I sleep very light, and I'm usually like, like I'm, protector of my household or whatever with my roommates and stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kids would drive me nuts, dude. I already know it, but
Kids are the
I do
best, dude.
envy you, bro. I do
They're
envy
the
it. I do
best.
envy the
Yeah, yeah.
parenting, man. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
Relic, I know you're tired, bro.
Tony is saying in the chat, like, dude, it's been there. Yeah, for real. It's so real. It's scary.
Right
Dude,
in
it's
front of you.
terrifying. You feel like you're gonna die. You feel like somebody.
need-
Yeah.
You need to install like the little motion lights, the little small ones. They have like the puck versions that like light.
Nah.
Nah, you're like, I like the excitement, dude.
It's like I'm okay. Like I don't want to get scared, but it's just that the prospect of my wife getting scared before I do. It's
Oh yeah, her
hilarious.
screaming that fucking freaks you out.
Yeah, well, it's hilarious after the fact. I'm like, hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got scared.
That's so funny.
You get
dude.
scared first because sometimes I come home and I try to be loud, but she just won't hear it. So I'll just show up upstairs, like I'll walk upstairs
And show you'll
then
freak
I'm
her
like-
out, dude.
and I'll just be like, hey, and then she's like, ah!
Ah, it's just freaking
Like
out.
yeah, and she tries to blame me. She's like, I don't like that. Why'd you scare me? I'm like,
You're like, gotta make it real, baby.
I'm like,
You
I
gotta
walked
keep
up
you on your
the-
toes.
like I wasn't trying. I walked up the stairs like stomping. Like I don't know what to do.
You just gotta be like trying to keep it real, baby. It's good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Keep your life a little exciting, you know.
I'm
You'll thank me later.
keeping the love alive.
Yeah, she's gonna be like a couple years down the road when the kids are getting older and they're getting ready to, fly and do college or whatever. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
yo, remember that time our daughter scared the living fuck out of us when we were laying down? Man, I miss those days. Like such good memory. Yeah, life stories.
dude.
100%, Tony. 100% life stories. That's so dope. But Relic, yeah, man, I'm gonna let you get some rest, bro. I know you're like an hour ahead of me, bro. So like, I know it's late and it's hot as shit in your
It's
room. So
almost 1 a.m. Yeah.
one of these days, bro, when I hit the lottery, I'll get you an AC. I promise, dude. When we hit it big one day
Sick.
on the YouTubes, bro. When we hit it big on the
Sick, dude.
YouTubes, on the interwebs, bro. I'm gonna go get you a AC unit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive over there in my cool RV, dude.
Well, yeah, I honestly, I'd probably save up for a PC first because, dude, my stuff has been lagging and crashing. It's
Oh,
been pissing
dude, it's me
off.
too, man. Yeah, me too. I think like I hate that technology does that they make your system obsolete, even just to do the basic
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
nowadays. Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. But consumer world, man. Consumer items. Relic, what do we got going on this week for you? Anything in particular? Making some cool YouTube shit again, or what?
So yeah. I was on the toy. Okay, I don't know why I always forget the names. I am sorry, but I was on the podcast or the show, the Toy Bounty Hunter show, the Toy Bounty
Nice.
Hunter's YouTube channel, and we went over my termination letter from the Bricks and
The Lego
Minifigs
stuff, right?
corporate, yeah. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I will be doing a stream of that and going through it, and then I'm currently redacting anything in my franchise agreement that can dox me or anything, and I'll
Sure.
be going through that as well on stream. But also we'll be talking about movies, we'll be just talking about stories and things that I like. But yeah, and everybody, thanks for wishing happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to everybody in the chat who's a father, and also to those who aren't fathers, like Chris P, because you had a father.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Happy Father's
Thank
Day.
you. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But-
To all our super
Yeah.
fathers, bro. To all our super dads, man.
Yeah.
Boom. Super dads,
I want
baby.
to show you. You
Oh.
like my shirt, dude?
Oh, nice, dude. The animated Joker? Best, bro.
Yeah,
Mark
but-
Hamill,
but
man.
check it.
Bill.
Check it. Can you see it?
Oh, dude, that is nice, dude. That's a badass shirt. I like that. I like that shirt. I love you too, Tony.
It's
Thank you
bomb.
so much.
And
You're the
it's
best. Come with us Sunday, man. Come with us Sunday.
Love you all. Yeah.
Yo, even
Cooler
cooler than
next
that,
Sunday,
I don't
are we
know if you
on?
noticed- I don't know if I don't know if you noticed my shirt. See how it's pink?
I did, and I noticed the pocket. Yeah, yeah. I was guessing. I was like, I see that pocket. Did you
Vegeta,
get that
baby.
from anime apparel or like gorilla
I got it from
apparel?
a con. I got it from a convention down here. This guy had his own like booth, so all of this are like
Dude.
printed, and he was like, "Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not selling. I'll sell it to you for $10." And I was like, "Say less,
Dude, that's a steal, dude.
yeah, say less, bro.
Like,
$10.
how about you give me all of them?
Yeah, just give me all. I want to
Dude,
eventually get the.
I want
the
a real
button
button-up one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want the button up one. Yeah, that's what G's
I'll
getting
wear
at.
it every damn stream, dude. I'll
Bro,
wear it
I
too.
told
Like,
the guy, I was like, bro, you didn't have to print the pocket. Like, everybody knows just because of the bad man on the back what it is. Like,
yeah.
but I was like, but all right, you can print this out. $10, I ain't gonna complain at all, dude. I'm not gonna complain at all. So yeah, straight. So
yeah, dude.
yeah. Happy Father's Day to you guys. Relic, I hope you have a good week with you and your family. I hope everything works out. And congratulations getting like some justice for all this Lego stuff. For what it's
Yeah.
worth, I hope the Lego guy chokes on a bag of dicks. Like for for what it's worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could be like, oh, I'm gonna sue that guy. I don't really got much, so he can sue me all he wants. Then I gotta catch his ass in the parking lot, and then he's got to deal with that. Yeah. So, but he's got a lot. He's got a lot to answer for, man. So we're gonna see what's up, man. I hope everything works out and you guys get justice. And these guys have just lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, man.
Yeah, well, like I have my own story. I'm not directly involved with the things that happen to
Yeah.
the like actual scandal, which is the important part that I want to emphasize too. Like always
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
attention to Brian, Mansell, and Ben, Reckless Ben, because like they're the actual brave ones to keep going after this and do
Yeah.
what they're
Shout
doing.
outs, man.
And I owe credit to them as well, to like anybody who came and supported me and still stuck around. Like thank you. It's very humbling. It's been a pretty awesome journey that I've been on, even though part of it was the massive part was I had to get screwed first.
Screwed over tremendously, bro.
But,
Tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully this guy gets justice and then he gets his,
You
own,
know,
his
like,
own little
there's a-
cellmate. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a reason for everything.
Yeah, hopefully he gets his
So,
own little
yeah.
cellmate that they can, cuddle with and when he's sitting in his fucking jail.
Yeah,
cell.
the Jonathan Kent.
Yeah. Hopefully he's gonna get his own John Kent soon. Big old Jonathan Kent's gonna be in the cell with him. So hopefully he gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, to everybody out there that stayed with us and stuck through the chat, I appreciate everybody that always comes through. The answer, guys, thank you guys for always letting us jump in on your guys' network and your stuff. We never want to be offensive or disappointing to you. So we appreciate you for opening up your doors and letting your fan base get to check up and hang out with us and giving us this opportunity to talk. And yeah, to all our extraordinary listeners,
If you are offended, so what?
it's okay. Just talk with us. You don't have to be offended.
Just chill. Yeah.
We're not super crazy guys, dude. We're not super crazy guys. We just have opinions, and if
Me at
Hollywood
my
was just
jiu-jitsu gym.
yeah, straight, bro. Put on some gloves. We can smoke it out, man. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much to all our extraordinary listeners. We hope you guys have a fun week. Go out there and grind, hustle, and stay healthy. And we'll see you guys again here next week on the Average Boys podcast. We appreciate every one of you. I'll see you all later. Peace.
Peace.